Yo, yo.
I was on time for this one, man. I said, fuck those technical difficulties, man. We missed like a week
Yeah.
because I couldn't record the last time. I said I got to be on time for this shit, man. I made sure of it, bro.
Yeah. We are back. RNZ Live is back from our winter hiatus. I hope your holidays were good, Romero. Hope everything was all good on that side.
Yeah, yeah, it was can't complain, bro. It was, I had a little bit of the holiday blues. Probably just because I didn't have my daughter on Christmas Day. I had her the day after. So I was kind of like, like old man Withers and shit. But no, it was all good, man. All good. She had a good Christmas, ate some good food, all that other shit. My cousin called me, who like stays out in the county. He's like, yeah, man, did you get anything good for Christmas this year? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm 30 plus. Like, I don't give a fuck about like Christmas gifts and shit anymore. I'm like, I had a drink and had some food and watched TV. Like, no, it was all good, man. How was y'all Christmas over there?
Mine was good too. Raiders won, the Niners lost, and I ate some free steak. So I can't complain.
Listen, I couldn't tell you shit about football at this point, bro. I think the Bengals like probably like a month and a half ago lost their quarterback. I said, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm good off this shit. Because every time I get invested in football and I tell myself, yeah, man, I'm gonna give it a fighting chance this year, something always fucking happens with the Bengals. I said, nope, this is just not for me. It's not. Can't do it, man.
Yeah, you're a special kind of fan if you're a fan of basketball because 70 games, bro, and watching the Lakers kind of. But then it could be worse. You could be a Pistons fan, so you could be really be going through it.
Listen, and yo, it's shout out to all our shout out to any of our listeners in Detroit, man. We mean you no harm, but y'all got to get it together.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm in the safe zone as a Lakers fan, man, because the Pistons, they did get a win. I don't remember who they beat, but I was looking at like the record day by day, and I was like, this shit is ugly. They gonna move the whole, like, it's not gonna be the Detroit Pistons anymore. You know how the Sonics just up and
yeah.
disappeared, and like the Charlotte Bobcats just up and disappear. It's gonna be some shit like that. Like we not just it's just gonna have to be a whole new team. Everybody getting fired. Everybody.
I'm surprised they kept their head coach, man. Doc Rivers. They fired.
Who's their head coach? Is Monty
I don't
Williams
know.
the Detroit's head coach?
I think so. Yeah. I'll
Because
find out right now.
Doc just got hired at
Milwaukee.
um yeah, and I was like, listen, man, I would love to have a Doc Rivers on the coaching system, man, but I think he gonna whip Milwaukee into shape because they were saying something about their defense being bad. I don't watch enough of Milwaukee to know, but when you got fucking Dame Time and Giannis, and I think they still got oh man, what's that dude's name? Not Millsap. Oh man, I want to figure out his name without looking it up. I don't know. I gotta look it up. Gotta look it up because I don't know Milwaukee's players like that, man. Middleton, that's his name. Didn't even have to look it up. I almost did, but they got Middleton. Middleton's a solid role player. They play they play tonight. Matter of fact, they play at 8 o'clock. They play the Cavaliers, and I don't know. I don't know. Cavaliers. I
The
don't even
Pistons
know.
play tonight.
Uh, I hope not. Because I can't take too much more of it. Like I can't take too much more of this shit. The Pistons play. They play on the 27th. They play the Wizards. So they got to deal with Jordan Poole, and I think Jordan Poole's over there. Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, Monty Williams, and he's 4-39.
Shit. Yeah, he's lucky to still. If they fired the Bucks head coach in the middle of the season, like smack dead, then I don't know what the fuck's about to happen with Monty Williams. They probably got a
And
hit
the
out on
Bucks are
that
not
dude or something.
even that bad. Like, I don't even think they have a horrible record.
Nah, it's just it's always the same thing they say is it's their defense, but I wouldn't know. I do watch a little bit more of them to see how Dame and Giannis play together, but that's about it. They don't
Yeah, they're
really.
30-13. the Milwaukee Bucks are 30-13.
Damn,
And
that's weird. They probably were gunning for the coach for a minute then, because they don't have a
well,
bad record.
according to some of these sports shows, like the players kind of turned on them. So
That's fucked up.
you lose the locker
Damn,
room,
money.
you're gonna lose your job.
Damn, money. Oh, that's
Uh,
terrible. Shout out,
Chamber
shout out
says,
to Monty Williams, man.
"Right, no gift for Christmas." Hey, man, when you're the head of the household, when you're a dad, you're lucky to get socks for Christmas nowadays.
Exactly.
You know
It's like I treat
what I mean?
Christmas like Father's Day. You know, like we get some socks, a TV dinner. You know,
Maybe
if
a
you're
tie.
lucky, maybe a tie, some peace and quiet in the midst of all of that.
Yeah,
It's the little things that matter. Yo, I just
at least a
saw this
gift card.
article. I saw I just saw this article like literally before we jumped on here. You know there's it's a Roadhouse remake coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
And the director, Doug Liman, just said that he's going to boycott the premiere because he said that he said Amazon is streaming a movie that he made to be released in theaters, and he said like, you guys are fucking us up by streaming this, man. Like I thought it was coming out in the theater too, but he said he's boycotting the premiere because he's not with the streaming shit. He said he wanted it to be a theatrical release. I never even saw the original, so I just put on Facebook earlier. I was like, is it time for me to watch the original?
You
I'm
never seen
not sure.
the original Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze? Oh,
All I hear about the same two things. He's a bouncer and he whoops ass, and somebody gets their throat torn out. Those are the only two things I've heard about that movie over the years. That's it.
a lot of
And Kelly,
nudity.
is that like Patrick Swayze's best movie or some shit?
Oh yeah, dude. That was the movie that made him the action star.
Is it it's better than Ghost? I
I mean,
don't know.
Ghost is a good movie, so I'm not even gonna say that. I won't go as far to say as Roadhouse is a good movie, but it's along the lines of Rapid Fire, Showdown in Little Tokyo, those kind of movies.
Okay. Oh, Kelly Lynch is in here. Chick from Curly Sue, and she was in Charlie's Angels. I forgot she was the bad guy in Charlie's Angels. Oh, she was one of the bad guys in Charlie's Angels.
Chambers says, way better than Ghost, but Ghost was also a thriller, not an action. Yes, but you know, I think the point is that is Roadhouse a good movie? I wouldn't go as far to say it's a good movie, but an entertaining movie for sure. For sure.
I can deal with that. I could deal with that. Trust me. I feel like I could deal with a lot, man. I just recently watched Talk to Me for the second time, and I was
Wait,
if I can make it through that for
the horror movie or the one with Petey Green?
no, the horror movie. The horror movie because I was getting you see Talk to Me?
I haven't seen that yet.
Well, I definitely need your thoughts because I caved in, right? I saw it before. I saw it once. And me and my girl watched it, and we both were kind of just like, eh. Like, the opening is great. The opening it's a tracking shot. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it kind of sets up how crazy shit can get in the movie. The opening is filmed fucking great. And there's probably like two moments in the movie that like make me cringe a little bit. But the rest of it's just predictable, inanimate object, paranormal, supernatural shit. Like same old run-of-the-mill shit for me. And a lot of it's predictable, but I gave it a second chance because I was getting a lot of shit for it, and people were like, "Well, you're the first person I saw that didn't like Talk to Me. It was one of the best to come out last year." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I hate when people say, "Well, you're the first person that," yeah, like I don't do this shit for shock value. I just genuinely don't like that subgenre. I don't like. It's the same shit. But I was like, let me be fair and give it a chance, and I think I bumped it up maybe like a number or like a half a number in the rating, but it was still the same shit. Still the same shit. Yeah, I definitely need you to see that because everybody went crazy. The best horror movie of 2023. I was like, okay, I guess whatever.
I saw someone. I didn't see it, but I saw someone that I kind of trust on TikTok, and they were saying, "Talk to Me is this year's Barbarian," and I was like, Ooh, okay. Then I can wait on this because I did not love Barbarian. I did not love
I was
Barbarian.
I didn't expect you to say that. Like I was thinking you were gonna be like, yeah, man, I love Barbarian. I gotta watch that a second time because the first time I was like, I said, okay, okay. Like I do like that the guy who directed it. I love when these dudes make these transitions from comedy to horror. That's the guy from The Whitest Kid You Know. Like they did Miss March and all that other shit. And Miss March I thought was funny as fuck, but I never knew that that was the director. Like it's okay. And one moment did make me jump in Barbarian, but I was like, this ain't like. Can we stop with the whole?
Yeah,
This is the scariest movie of the set. Like, just stop. Like, we have to stop this nonsense. Obviously, everything's subjective, but I just didn't get it. I didn't understand the big deal.
yeah. I don't get it. I didn't get it either. Barbarian. I thought like, man, this movie has a lot of hype. Like, man, what am I missing something? Like what? Like to me, it felt like a Criminal Minds episode, just from the killer's perspective. Like that's how it felt like
Man.
to me. I'm like, dude, I'm cool off this. Like, this is not a great movie. So when I heard when I heard that person compare that to Barbarian, I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna wait for it to die down, and then I'll get to it.
These
I
are
still
these are
haven't
probably
got to it.
these are the very same people that were like, oh my god, man, if you watch Skinamarink, you will not sleep at night. It's like, nah, I'll sleep pretty good. Me and the kid will sleep pretty good.
I
That's
fell
another one that was
asleep during
super hyped up.
Skinamarink. I mean, that should tell you something.
I remember on one of the episodes we did, you were telling me like almost verbatim what the movie was hitting for when they kept saying in this house, and then I remember I think you had cut the lights off at some point,
Yeah,
and then cut the lights back on, and then sat in the chair, and then got up and cut the lights off. That is exactly what that movie is. Like I like the film grain, like, but other than that, it's lights on, lights off. Oh, let's edit this in here and let's pull it out. Let's edit it out and let's have strange sounds that people can't really identify and have 911 calls that are like it's like no. I said you motherfuckers aren't about to manipulate me into liking this shit.
yeah,
I'll be damned. I'll be
yeah.
damned. It's a
That was
I,
man. Like it worked better as a short than it did as a feature length movie. Also, the movie did not need to be 2 hours long. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Making that movie 2 hours long. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, if I want to watch the walls, like I'll fucking paint the wall and just watch it dry. You know, it's like watching paint dry.
yeah, which is probably way more
Really
exciting than
entertaining.
Skinamarink. Yeah, I'm listen. If y'all out there, if y'all enjoyed Skinamarink, then that's like I'm starting to love that there's a fan base for everything. But Skinamarink, like, come on, man, this is when we really need a call-in segment where we just let everybody call in for a whole episode. Like, what did you guys like about Skinamarink?
You know
Like,
what?
let and
I'm
be
gonna
honest.
redo that again. Say call in segment and redo the thing.
What
But we need a call in
we
segment. Do
do?
that again. Redo that again.
We need a call-in segment where people call in and for the entire episode they just say what they liked about Skinamarink. Like and be honest. Don't do it because your uncle produced it. Don't do it because you know somebody or went to school with somebody that was in the movie. Don't do it because you want somebody to click the link and see your review for it when you gave it a 10 out of 10. No, like just be honest and tell us why you think it was a piece of shit, because that's really what you want to say. That's really what you want to say. That movie is so fucking manipulative, man. I just don't get it. You can't. You're trying to manipulate me into thinking that this movie's scary and it's not. I can't do it.
Fit your comment, your answers.
That was man, like that was hands down like, and I'm mad I forgot, like when I was listing my worst of 2023, like my horror movies, I forgot to put Skinamarink on the list. And I think it was oh my god, man, she jumped on an episode with us. Why do I not remember what her page is? I want to shout her page out.
Oh, random horror
The
page.
Random Heart, yeah, Random Heart page, yeah. Big shout out to her. She was, I think it was her that said, yeah, Skinamarink made my list too. I was like, damn, I forgot to put that on the list, because yeah, that
Yeah, that
shit.
was on my list. That was number one. Number
Fuck.
one movie that was the most disappointing of the year for me. It was pretty bad. Like,
Fear
God,
was up there
yeah.
too.
Which one?
Did you see Fear? Did you see Fear yet? The Deion Taylor movie with
No, I did not see that one.
with
All I know is that
Ti's in
Tommy's
it.
in it.
Ti's in it.
Oh my God.
Ti Ti's in it. Joseph Sikora, Terrence
Yeah,
J.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy from Powers in it. The chick from Happy Death Day is in there. The one that tried to kill her at the end. She's in there, but it is a. And I hate saying this about Deion Taylor, man, because I root for Deion Taylor every time he's coming out with a movie, but that was a bad one. That's probably the worst horror movie he's done. I hate to say it, but I gotta be honest, man. It was like I could deal with Dead Tone and Chain Letter because they're like cheesy slasher movies with great kills, but Fear was just like I told somebody, I said I liked it better when it was there's this like I think it's like a late '90s horror movie called The Fear Halloween Night, and this wooden dummy named Morty comes to life and kills everybody, and I was like I liked it better when it was that movie
So,
because that which one?
so he's also done Black and Blue, which is like
That's his best movie.
you
I
seen
think
that one?
that's his best
With
movie.
Tyrese.
I think that is his best movie. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's kind of predictable, but I like it. It's got that whole Judgment Night, run all night, like where there's no everywhere you turn, somebody's after you. The cops are on your ass. The people in the hood are on your ass. So you gotta hide. You gotta, you know, go incognito and like duck and dodge throughout the entire day because they're trying to kill this chick. They're trying to kill Naomi Harris because her body cam footage captured like a drug deal going wrong with the cops and the gangsters. So when her body cam catches that footage, they shoot her, but it hits her vest. So she's got that footage for the rest of the movie. And her and Tyrese is like, I don't have nothing to do with this shit, but she's like, yeah, you involved in this now. I need your help. So they're just running all over the hood and the city trying to escape these cops and shit. It's pretty intense, but that's his best movie for me.
He
Like
did.
as a
He
film, it's
also
probably the
did.
best one.
He did Meet the Blacks.
Meet the Blacks was
Fatal.
alright. It was alright.
Fatal.
Meet the Meet the
Fatal.
Blacks was better. Oh, that's right. With Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
That movie is hilarious, yo. It's
Yes.
it's Fatal Attraction.
Yeah.
It's Play
Yeah.
Misty for Me. It's Swim Fan. It's Cape. It's all of that shit with Michael Ealy and Hilary Swank crazy ass,
Isn't
and Luke
isn't
Cage is in it.
isn't Hillary Swank a cop in that movie?
She is a detective. That's the whole twist on it. And they spoil it in the trailer, but he cheats on his wife. He goes to Vegas. He sees Hilary Swank in the club, fucks the shit out of her. And then his house gets broken into. It's a twist on that. I won't spoil, but his house gets broken into. Guess who's investigating the case and for him and his wife? It's fucking Hilary Swank. And I'm like, this is a mess, man. This shit is crazy. It's funny as hell, though. Like, Hilary Swank is
And then,
definitely off her
and
rocker.
then he did The Intruder, which is also another.
Oh my god! Probably even funnier than Fatal. Like The Intruder, Dennis Quaid. Michael Ealy can't catch a break apparently, because Dennis Quaid, man, like he sells them the house, but he just is so attached to it. He's still doing landscaping. He's still painting the house. He's hitting on Megan Good, and who wouldn't? Like Megan Good and
Even
that.
with that haircut.
Listen, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Megan
I mean,
Megan
that
Good's got.
haircut is pretty foul, bro. Like those bands do not. Yeah, nah, dude.
Listen,
I
maybe
mean,
all the money went into everything else, and hair and makeup just they were like, look, what can we do?
that's crazy. I
But
don't know. The picture they used for her onto the poster, man, is fucking foul.
hold on,
It does
let
not.
me look this shit up, man.
It does
Maybe
not
they
do her
maybe they photoshopped it. Where the fuck is it? Oh boy. I got a bad feeling about Dennis Quaid, man. I low key wish him and I never knew him and the chick from Halloween dated. Him and PJ Souls used to date like around the time when she was filming Halloween.
No shit.
Yeah, they were a couple around that time. Hold on, let me zoom in on this shit because yeah, they gave her the helmet, John.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, Megan.
You see?
And Michael Ealy's he looks so concerned on the front cover. He's trying to take his focus off of how bad the bangs are. Like they gave her the Courtney Cox Scream 3
Yup.
bangs.
Yup. Yup.
Oh.
Yup.
And
Oh.
speaking of Scream, it's a segue. Did you see what Nev Campbell said? I don't know what premiere she was at, a red carpet event, but she basically said, she Nev Campbell, I don't want to see her in another Scream movie, but I love how classy she is about everything. She's like, it's really sad that they're going through these problems right now. I hope it works out. And they asked her, would she come back to the series? And she was like, yeah, under the right circumstances. She basically saying like, if you motherfuckers if y'all got that money right, I'm back. But you
Yeah.
know what they're gonna have to pay her after like telling her we don't even need you for
Yep.
Scream 6. Like you know what they gonna have to pay her to come
Yeah.
back?
Yup. They're gonna have to pay her fucking Dwayne Johnson's salary. You know what
Yo,
I mean? They're gonna have to pay
I'm telling you,
her
like,
Will Smith money. That's what they're gonna have to pay her. They fucked up.
yeah, and the way that they pin themselves into a corner, they they really don't have a choice. Because honestly, Jasmine Savoy Brown said she hasn't gotten a call about Scream yet, so they're not going with that shit. Everybody that might have thought that, yeah, we're going to see the Meeks twins in headline and Scream, the studio ain't gonna do that shit.
Mm-mm.
Those like I would love to see. I almost called her Martha. That's their mom's name. Chad and
Yeah.
Mindy. I would love to see them headline a Scream movie, but realistically, it's not gonna happen. And it's not because they're black or biracial. I just think the studio is like they're not famous enough to headline this shit. Like like it's just not gonna happen. So unless they kill everybody off screen or have Neve Campbell come back, they're gonna have to reboot this shit. They're gonna have to reboot it with either a brand new story or a brand new Sydney, and that's even gonna ruffle some feathers. So I don't know what the fuck they gonna do,
Yeah.
bro. Like this shit is a mess.
I don't know, man. And Melissa Barrera actually did an interview earlier today
Oh, she
talking
did.
about that. Yeah. And she
Mm,
addressed it. She's like, it's
mm,
unfortunate that this had to happen. It's like I can't like say what I want to say, and it's not like she said anything crazy. That's what's
yeah,
insane, bro.
right.
It's not
Yeah, yeah.
like that dude from it's not like that dude from fucking Stranger Things, man, who's going off talking about all kinds of crazy genocide and Zionist shit like that. I'm like, dude, that's wild. Like all she says,
yeah.
like peace. I was like, what? And then they fired her.
She had her, yeah, because they probably, the suits were looking at each other like, yo, like, you see what the fuck she said? Like, we got to do something about this. And then they gave her the boot, which, and I love how Jenna Ortega handled it too, because Jenna Ortega was like, yeah, I'm busy with Wednesday season 2. So I'm not, no, I think Jenna Ortega was like, I'm not doing this without Big Sis. And I feel like, a lot of people said that, she was standing in solidarity with her sister. And if that's the case, I fucks with Jenna Ortega for doing that because you set up these characters for the past 2 movies, and right before y'all get to the third movie where shit's really about to start cooking, you fire your lead actress, you lose, the next lead actress. You didn't want to pay the previous lead actress. Courtney Cox says she's not coming back for it. Somebody said, what if they did I don't remember what video I was watching. They said, what if they did you know, act like the last 2 movies didn't happen and pick up after Scream 4? I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
no, don't do that. Why not
I don't know
just
about
make it?
that.
Why not focus on Oh my God, what's her name? Hayden Panettiere character Kirby
You could.
tracking like Ghostface
I
copycats all across the country.
Yeah, it could be like
That would be an interesting movie in itself.
it could be a cop like crime thriller murder mystery type of thing.
I mean, because basically that's what the following was. The original, the first season of the following was actually Scream 3, essentially.
The following is that Kiefer Sutherland? No, I'm
No,
thinking of
that's the Kevin
24.
Bacon.
I'm thinking of 24.
Creature Pod said a complete reboot.
Complete reboot. Look, man. Honestly, like, what else can they do? I mean, it's different. It's different directions they can go in. But are they going to do that? Like, they might lose a lot of fucking money. Like, Hayden Panettiere, I would love to see Kirby headline a Scream movie. I will follow her. I knew Kirby wasn't dead in the first place. I kept telling people we did not see her die. We didn't see her die, and she popped up. I wish they put her in there more in the last one, but I would watch a Kirby Scream movie. But if they can't do that, they really might have to reboot this shit. And it's like, what can you do new that's going to top even the third or the fourth one for people? Because a lot of people don't really take to those two too well.
No,
So I don't know.
they really don't. And I think 3 and 4 really lost a lot of goodwill. I think 5 kind of regained a lot of the goodwill, but again,
Yeah,
go to your original point earlier. 5, Melissa Barrera in 5 was just not good. Her performance was just not there. You know what I mean?
but she got better. She got
got
better
better.
in the last one. Like,
Yeah.
she was a badass. I was like, yo, because towards the end of part 5, like, I was like, okay, yeah, you are Billy Loomis's daughter for real. Like, when she stabbed Richie up at the end, I'm like, all right, bet. I want to follow this girl and see what she does better. It's kind of like with Lisa Wilcox in
Nightmare?
like Dream Master, and she got a little bit better in the next movie. But I don't know, man. Maybe they can just center the movie around I don't know. Maybe they'll get Dwayne Martin to come back. We'll just follow Joel, the fucking cameraman, from part 2.
No, man, that movie would be like 20 minutes long, dude. Because then we get the fuck out of here.
Yo, Joe, what's good, Joe? Chambers said yeah, they should basically basic college, because you know a lot of crazy shit happens in college. I mean, look, we had that. We had that in the last movie. We had college setting in Scream 2. I'm ready. This is one of the reasons I like Scream 3. And I know I'm like alone on this island for the most part. Scream 3, I like about Scream 3 what I like about Valentine. That Jamie Blank's movie Valentine. It wasn't teenagers that were like getting chased after. It was adults. So you have to make adults make adult decisions and not be as dumb as the teenagers. So like I don't know, man. I don't mind a college campus, but we've been there before, and it's like, how many different directions can you take the Scream franchise in, man? And it's fucked up because I felt like Christopher Landon was the guy for it. Like I remember before they officially announced it, I said, this guy, like, he does horror and humor. He does that meta shit, that fourth wall shit. He can pull this shit off. But he's not on it now, so hopefully he makes Arachnophobia like he was supposed to do. Maybe he can come on the show and talk to us about that shit.
He's actually doing another movie. It's actually oh my god, dude!
It's a werewolf movie.
Yes, yeah, it was a werewolf movie. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure what it's about.
It's not the Wolfman movie, but it is a werewolf movie. Yes.
They do got the Wolfman coming out though, and I'm pissed because I was one of the few people that was hyped to see Ryan Gosling as the Wolfman, and now they recast him with. Yeah, and I was like, you gonna turn, this guy who women just go goo goo gaga over, you gonna turn him into like one of the craziest creatures on screen. I was all for it, but then they recast him with fucking I don't know who the hell that guy is that's in the new Wolfman. Let me look this guy up, because they said his name and they was like, Ryan Gosling is being recast with such and such. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, man. I'm sorry. I don't know who that guy is. They gassed it up and Christopher Abbott?
Christopher Abbott. Okay. No, I thought with Christopher Abbott.
Who the hell is he?
Abbott. He's an indie darling. He does a lot of indie movies. I think what was the movie that you would have seen him in? You would have seen him in It Comes at Night. He was the younger couple.
I have not seen that.
You haven't
He was in Possessor, It Comes at Night.
Sanctuary.
Oh, he's in Craven the Hunter though. Gamer Harold said 20. Yo, man, this is the Gamer Harold is lobbying for this 24-hour
Yeah, I
stream,
know,
bro. I'm
man.
telling you. I'm telling you. Listen, maybe before 2024 is over, maybe we can pull it off. Listen, if we ever decided to do a 24-hour stream, you and everybody else that's lobbying for this better stick around the whole 24 fucking
Yeah,
hours, man. That's a lot of that for me. That's gonna be a lot of coffee. I don't like to eat snacks when I stream or
a lot of
record, but it's
beer.
gonna be a lot of snacks, a lot of beers. The hard
Especially,
liquor, I might
especially
pass
if
out
you're
at
gonna
some
be
point.
watching some Puppet Master bullshit, then you definitely know we're gonna get fucking wasted, dude.
Oh man, yo, I forgot all about that. We definitely got to do a Puppet Master franchise binge, bro. I'm telling you, we're not gonna make it. I feel like by the time we get to part 5, we might start like
We're gonna be
slipping
losing
into the
it.
Twilight Zone a
We're
little bit.
fucking yeah.
Because
Oh, Gamer
one is
Hell
like,
said. Gamer Hell said, "I'll call off work. I'll order carry out and even stay in a hotel. That'll be an entire plan."
damn,
Yeah.
our
Oh yeah,
most
Gamer.
loyal listener, man. We appreciate that, Gamer Harold, for
Hell
real.
yeah, man.
Because I'm gonna tell you, man.
Um,
And like all the podcasts and shows that I watch, I don't know if I would dedicate a whole 24 hours to them motherfuckers as much as I like them. So I definitely appreciate how dedicated you are to this 24-hour stream, man. It sounds like fun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I
we'd
don't
have
know
to find
anything
out.
this dude was in. Yeah, because that
Justin
first
Lin was
the
attached
first
to
Pupper man.
directed movie. What the
What
fuck?
Justin Lin did what now?
Justin Lin was originally attached for the Wolfman movie. What's the
Mm.
whole thing gonna do? Fucking take a whole bunch of nos and
I know.
fucking just like
Right? That's gonna be the twist. Like instead of like him actually getting bit by a wolf and turning every full moon, he just like got like this NOS injection thing that he sticks in himself every full moon and then just turns into it. Let me not talk.
hey,
I like Justin
I
Lin,
know
man. I like Justin Lin. I
I
can't
do
talk shit
too.
about my boy.
I
I just don't.
I
I've
do
never
too.
seen him do horror.
It is unfortunate though that his franchise, his baby, is going the way of the redhead stepchild and getting smacked across its face because Fast 11 has now been postponed. It will not make the original air date of April 26, 2025.
Oh, they changed
They're rewriting the
the release date
script.
for it.
Yeah, they took it off the release date, so they're rewriting the script. They don't know what
What?
they're going to do. And then Diesel coming out and
Who did you?
saying, "We're going back to basics." That doesn't inspire confidence in me. That does not inspire confidence because the original Fast and Furious was garbage. I'm just gonna be real. The first movie was garbage. I thought the first one was garbage. I like Too Fast, Too Furious, but that's just because that's just a stupid fucking movie. Um, and Dante and Jason Momoa even said that Fast 11 is ways out, and he doesn't even know if he's going to return. There is no report on Alan Richardson even coming back as
Oh,
Eames.
yeah, Ames, Agent Ames. I forgot all about him being in there. What? Oh, okay. So,
So we are not going to get Alan Richardson throwing down with The Rock in Fast 11. And that's some
hence,
bullshit.
hence why this needs to be in 3 parts. I feel like okay, this is what needs to happen with this conclusion because the spinoffs are coming. Like everybody knows, everybody's like, well, thank God this is the last one. No, it's not. The spinoffs are coming. The prequels are coming. All of that shit. I feel like this is when we need to, and a lot of people are gonna like. Don't be alarmed when I say this. Now you remember when we talked about Halloween Ends, and no, matter of fact, this is when we all reviewed Halloween Kills, and I think some of us agreed that Halloween Kills was the filler sequel. Regardless of how we felt about it, regardless of how everybody else felt about it, this was one where okay, the first one brought everybody back around who didn't like the Rob Zombie movies. This one is the filler sequel where we just getting a body count. We getting Michael doing his thing. You know, somebody I don't remember what podcast it was. They said I thought Halloween Kills was a great Friday. I think it was the You Run podcast, and shout out to him. He said he thought Halloween Kills was a great Friday the 13th movie. I'll buy that because Michael was racking the fuck up.
Yeah.
And Halloween Ends was the one that was like divisive amongst all the fans, or people just flat out hated it. This is when Fast 10 2 needs to, like, what they need to do. You gotta look at how the last one ended. Dom and Brian, you know, they were about to get blown the fuck up at the dam. We know nothing's going to happen to them. Cypher and Letty found Giselle in the snow all of a sudden, who just unpretzeled herself off of that runway in Fast 6. Roman, Han, Tej, and Ramsey crashed in the plane and died. Ames and Dante got away. This is where, and Hobbs was at the end, but this is where everybody needs to be on their own separate adventures again. Everybody's got a separate movie going on. I feel like Charlize Theron, Michelle Rodriguez, and Gal Gadot need to have their own movie set on that submarine where they fucking shit up, or they just run to, or they go wherever they go. Then you got to focus on who survived the plane crash and focus. Like, I feel like it's just got to be a filler sequel so you can get to the Avengers Endgame of the Fast Furious franchise for the next one.
I think Fast 11 though, your best bet is to make it a Hobbs and Shaw 2. Like, that is the most logical way to go. Like, let's see Shaw save Queenie and his brother from Dante's neck.
Right. He went to save his mom. I forgot about that too.
Yeah, and then let's see. And you know, how did Hobbs get into the game? Like, Dante probably kidnapped his kid or something like that. You know, so it would have been
that. Yeah,
it'd be better, man. Honestly, it'd probably be more beneficial for them to make Fast 11 actually Hobbs and Shaw 2. Honestly.
And then just make the last one like
the actual.
I mean, that could work because The Rock is already. They announced that he was, when they saw him at the end of that movie. They announced that he was getting his own his own solo movie. Like, and it wasn't going to be a Hobbs and Shaw movie. They said Hobbs was getting his own movie. So I like that could work as like a stepping stone. But the whole back to the basics thing, I don't know what that means. Because how the fuck do we go back to the basics? We've been to space. We've been to space.
Yeah.
We've been under the water with torpedoes, and like I don't want to go back to the basics. I don't want to go.
Exactly.
I don't want to go.
You know what's funny though, too? Because I was thinking about this like the other night when he said that. I was like, you know what would be fucking hilarious is if in part 5 he wakes up with Elena and it was all a dream. Like, all those other movies were all a dream.
I've never written to a studio before. Like, it's usually DMs to like just the individuals themselves, but I will email, inbox, and DM and make a Twitter account to tell Universal, fuck y'all. I will tell that woman who is head of Universal. I will tell Neil Moritz, who's head of Universal. All them. I will say, fuck y'all if they did that. Like, Dom just wakes up like, oh, and Elena's like, it's okay, Dom, I'm right here. I'll be like, oh my god. Oh, what's good, Jonathan? Jonathan says, I'm ready for the new I Know What You Did. Listen.
Is that real?
It's real, but it's like, who's in charge here? What are y'all? I'm ready for it too, but what are we doing? You know, they said, hey guys, we got a direct sequel coming, and Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt are signed on to reprise the roles.
That's what he's talking about. Okay, I thought you were talking about the second season of I Know What You Did last summer.
Oh, hell no. No. Again, I will write to the studio. I will write to Amazon Prime tonight if they come out with season 2 of that bullshit. That was awful. No. But yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr. came out. He was like, nobody called me about this shit. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. My thing is just make and if they do this, I swear to God, do not fucking do what Halloween 2018 did and just throw out Halloween 2. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer in the continuity. Keep that shit in the timeline. It's going to make if they get Jennifer Love Hewitt to come back, it's going to be better if Julie James has survived both movies in this new movie. It's going to make her more psychologically fucked up. Do not exclude I Still Know What You Did Last Summer just because it didn't make enough money as because it didn't make as much money as the first one. That's gonna be bullshit. And bring Brandy back. Even if you got to kill her off, bring her ass back.
Didn't she die in the first one or the second one?
No, it wasn't for lack of trying, because Brandy fell through every fucking window that was in Tower Bay Island. She fell through doors. Yeah. She fell through walls and shelves and ceilings. Nah, she had like a fucking rabbit's tail up her ass or something, because she was just steady getting fucked up in that movie, and she survived. She said, she was like, let's not tell him it rained the whole time. But no, she survived, and like, even if you have to kill her off, bring her back. Why not? Bring her back. Then they were trying to say, somebody asked not Michelle Rodriguez. They asked Sarah Michelle Gellar, like, is there a chance that Helen Shivers could come back? Stop it. She's fucking dead. She's dead. We saw her dead body in the ice. Like, stop. I hate these people with these fucking, like, everybody wants to retcon every death now. It's bad enough Fast and Furious does it every movie, but just stop in the slasher movies. Stop it.
These fans are like Marvel fans. Like, they're like, oh, Nick Fury never died.
Stop,
you know
man.
What I mean? Like,
yeah, just stop it, man. Stop, man. It's just as like trying to get Helen Shivers to come back. It's like when everybody wants Matthew Lillard to come back and scream. I'm just like, yo, just stop. I just can't. Like,
it's
my head.
That's gonna happen. That is going to happen. That's
fucking cut it out, man. I get it. Like, I understand, because he was supposed to come back in Scream 3, but then all the Columbine, all that shit happened, and then they had to rewrite the whole script. Like, okay, that ship has sailed, man. Like, let's leave the Matthew Lillard shit alone. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Helen Shivers come back. If they bring Sarah Michelle Gellar back in the new one, then bring Mekhi Phifer back too. Hole in his neck and everything. Like, just bring him back. Let's just go crazy.
Yeah.
Let's go crazy. Let's bring everybody back that Ben was killed. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's got to exactly give him a trach ring, and they're like, oh, he survived, and they'll be like, but he got stabbed in his spine and it went through. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair with a trach ring. Problem solved.
Yeah,
like, fuck that.
He's got the Stephen Hawking bundle going on. That'd be fucking crazy.
God damn, man. Well, people, I hope y'all are enjoying this shit, because this is definitely going to be our last stream before they cancel our shit. We're not going to have no sponsors. When we really get this shit popping, we are not going to have... These people are going to be like, I'm not sponsoring these two guys. Fuck this shit. Do you hear the shit that they say?
Yeah, that Zuko...
Yeah, they're going to be like, do you hear the shit that they say?
He's liable to say anything. I'm trying.
Then because
that is my resolution to, like, bite my tongue a little bit more.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of not biting your tongue, fucking Katt Williams just aired the fuck everybody out. And Earthquake can't read? What? That's crazy. Steve Harvey,
I never knew that.
Cedric steals bits? Women wearing dresses because they had to in order to get paid. And Kevin Hart, an industry plant. Yo, Katt Williams just aired everybody out. And he got receipts. He proved it.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He had the receipts. He proved it. So I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's one thing to get on a platform and just spew shit out, but it's another thing to have those receipts, bro. And I was like, I honestly, that's one of the best interviews I've seen in a really long time. I watch a lot of interviews, bro, regularly, and that's one of the best. Like, I got some thoughts on it, but that overall, I was locked in. Like, he's got a way of talking that just does not get tired.
Even his stand-up, like, I feel like he does not get enough credit, like, even during the stand-up, because he's very intricate and very intellectual about the way he's addressing the crowd. He's not talking at you, he's talking to you.
Absolutely.
And that's something that only a few comedians have really mastered. Carlin, the Pryors, the Murphys, the Chappelles, you know what I mean? Like, Katt Williams
the big
deserves
dogs.
to be in that. Yeah, Katt Williams deserves to be in that conversation of one of the GOATs of comedy. You know what I mean? Like
He's
he is fucking
he's in my top
hilarious.
5. He's in my top 5. He's always been in my top 5. Honestly, like there's not a lot of people like Katt Williams. His movies, he's funny in his movies, but his stand ups, like I've been holding my stomach like in tears, cracking the fuck up at his stand ups. I don't do that shit a lot. I don't. Katt Williams is top 5, man. But I'm not gonna lie. Like watching it a second time, I was looking at it and I was like, is he coming off as kind of bitter? Because I used to think that about him. I used to be like, why is Katt talking about everybody? But then I said to myself, I'm like, no, I don't think he's coming off bitter anymore because people got to remember, Katt Williams was the butt of a lot of jokes at one
Yes.
point in time, and
Yeah.
he wasn't really saying shit about it. He might have made fun of himself, but this was kind of his time to like really lash out and just get back at people that's been like doing him dirty and saying this and that. And I was like, you gotta leave people alone, man. You're gonna catch
Yeah.
them on
It's
a
not,
bad
you know,
day.
especially too with Faison fucking being like, talking all this shit about Cat on Vlad and on these the Chronicle and shit. I'm like, why? I mean, I like Faison. I like Faison.
Yeah.
Like but I've never, but to this point, I've never seen a stand up from Faison. You know what I mean? Like
Country Wayne said the
Faison is a
same
good
thing.
side character in the hood movies and shit like that. But outside of that, like,
Side
you know what
character.
I
Side
mean?
character. Yep.
Is he really that guy? No. I always looked at Steve Harvey sideways after what he did to Bernie on Original Kings. Because to me, man, like even watching that DVD and when they're on the basketball court, they do not seem friendly at all. They do
I
not seem like they're friends.
I didn't know about any of that Kings of Comedy stuff because I've probably seen it once, like around the time it came out, but I was never really crazy about it. Like I was a late bloomer to Steve Harvey stand up. I always liked Bernie Mac. I never found D.L. Hughley funny at
No,
all. I've laughed at D.L. Hughley probably once, and that was
the
when him and Dave Chappelle were on
The
stage.
DL show is actually kind of good, but it's actually a rip on Damon show, My Wife and Kids.
D.L. Hughley had a show.
Yeah, yeah, the DL Hooley show.
Oh, the Hugleys, right?
Yeah, the Hughes. And then Steve
I'm not
Harvey
even
fucking
trying to be
remade
smart, man.
Mark Curry's TV show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, called
Hanging
the
with
Steve
Mr.
Harvey Show.
Cooper.
Hanging with
Yeah,
Mr.
it was a lot of gems that Katt was dropping, and I was unaware of a lot of shit he was talking about that he was addressing. But the way he breaks shit down, he breaks it down in a way that makes you understand. Because a lot of people, they will say these things and make these claims and not have a follow up afterwards. It's
Yeah.
kind of like like when we talk shit with people online about movies. It's like, well, why do you hate
So
Friday the 13th? And
yeah.
they hate and they can't explain why. Like this motherfucker will break you down and explain everything. Oh, he did. The Hugleys. This shit went on for a couple years. Why don't I remember this show?
It was on
Okay,
UPN.
Elise Neal was on it. No, listen. I'm surprised I didn't because UPN at some point. This is why. And what is it now? Is it still
It's the
UPN?
CW. CW. UPN became the CW. It
No wonder.
became the yeah.
They they changed it to the CW. They said we got to get these black folks the fuck up out of here. We had like it was every black show was on UPN at some point in
Jamie
time.
Foxx
Like that
show,
shit was.
the Wayne show,
The Parkers was on
the
there.
sis,
One on one,
Parker
half and half.
girlfriend, girlfriend's fire.
Girlfriends was on there. I like Girlfriends. I liked it. I don't know who that light skinned chick is. She kind of reminds me of Lisa Bonet. She looked like I don't know. She looked like she got like this hippie kind of Erica Badu shit going with her. I don't know. But yeah, Girlfriends was funny as fuck. I just never understood like why is that one guy on that show? Like
He's
that guy that he's stuck in the fucking friend
Yeah.
zone. Okay, never mind. I know where you was going with it. We gotta be careful. We don't.
that was Jill Marie Jones, Persia White, and Golden Brooks.
Okay, there you go.
Keisha Sharp.
Who was on there?
Keisha Sharp. She was the wife in Lethal Weapon, and she was also involved to like get married.
I really want to go back and give the Lethal Weapon movies a chance because I was never crazy about them. But I want to go back. I think I went back and watched part 1, and I was like, I should go watch all 4 of these back to back and see what the fuss was about.
Girlfriends. Girlfriends. Jamie Foxx show. You had
Sister
the short list
Sister was on
Platinum.
there.
Moesha.
Platinum. Moesha, Mo to the E to the was on there. I forgot about that. With the worst, probably one of the worst fathers in television history. Frank, I was about to call him Frank Moesha. Was it Frank Mitchell? He was a bitch in that show. I hated that motherfucker on that show. He was worse than, if you go back, he does not age well as a father in a TV show. I don't know who's worse out of him and Carl Winslow. Carl Winslow, I respect that he's law enforcement, but he was a bitch too. He would be like, Edward, now you go to your room, and Eddie would be like, fuck this, dad, I'm about to go out and get drunk and fuck bitches. And Carl is just like, Edward, you come back here right now. And it's like, nobody takes you seriously.
Yeah.
Not even your wife. Not even your wife. Yeah. The kid next door just keep
so
coming through whenever he wants.
One had to run away from the house.
and she never came back. What the fuck?
You didn't notice.
Yeah, Judy was like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. And she just pursued a career in porn after that. Like, no, real shit. She did. That actress, Jamie, real shit. Jamie Foxworth.
I thought you were fucking around. What?
No, Jamie Foxworth did porn after that show, bro. No bullshit. Look it up. Little Judy from Family Matters.
Was she part of the Dred's West Coast production or what?
I don't know. I don't think it was that memorable because I know, like, when I heard that back in the day, I was like, oh, like, let me see what it's hitting for. And I'm like, like, I would have rather you just stuck around and had a career in actual acting.
Wow.
But yeah, man. Yeah, she did. It was rough for her. I don't know how many interviews she's done, but yeah, Jamie Foxworth definitely, her porn name was Crave. And people don't judge my life and be like, well, how the fuck does he know that? Y'all know some porn star names too. Don't even do that.
Yeah. India, Heather Hunter. I mean, come on. Jake Steve. Like, come on. Like, we all know.
Yeah. Because it's gonna be that one person, like, how he know what the porn name is.
Yeah.
Y'all know. Y'all used to do the same shit I used to watch that shit.
Everything about porn. You know what I mean?
Listen. Much like myself, I know a lot of the motherfuckers that tune into our shit. Y'all used to watch the porn through the squiggly lines when we didn't have the pay-per-view channels. Y'all used to do it. I mean,
Playboy on the pay-per-view. When you hear the sultry music, you got to turn it down.
I got caught doing that shit one time. My uncle, I tried to turn it. I turned it down, but then I turned the channel when my uncle came in the room. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing. I watch TV." He just stared at me. He's like, "Why are you lying?" He hit the last button on the remote for the last channel. Yeah, bro, got caught slipping. I got caught slipping. He told everybody that was at my grandmom's house. Everybody. I got PTSD, people, like, with a lot of embarrassing moments from my childhood, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's wild.
I got some embarrassing ones too, man. I'll tell you one since you said one. So when Wild Things first came out, and that first came out, and my stepdad didn't want me to watch the movie, right? He wanted to watch it first to see if it was appropriate for me to watch it, but he didn't really give a fuck, right? But no one was home, so like, oh, Wild Things, okay, because I already heard the rumors and stuff like that. It was like, okay, and then it got to the scene, the hotel scene.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, and then my stepdad walks right in as like it's like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. And then I'm trying to push stop, but the fucking VCR's not stopping. It's just like, it just stayed right there. It just kept playing. He's like, oh, okay. And he's like, go to your room. So I'm not gonna ground you or anything, but just go to your room. You're gonna wait and see. So later that night, I had a bunch of friends over, and
y'all watched it?
No. I had a bunch of friends over for like a non-related night, right? It was the weekend, so a bunch of friends came over, playing GoldenEye and stuff like that, and then we're having dinner for pizza. We're having pizza. The stepdad comes in and is like, "Oh yeah, man, did you know what I caught Johnny doing today?" And they're like, "What?"
Oh.
And then he told the story about Wild Things and shit like that, and I never heard the fucking end of it.
I would have been that friend like, yo, you still got the tape? Let's pop that joint on. Let's see what it's hitting for. Because that shit, listen, when that shit came out, that was like basically like softcore porn, damn near,
Yeah.
in that scene. And they said that Denise Richards and Nev Campbell had took down like a pint of margaritas each before they did that scene, so they could like loosen up and shit. That I was a changed young man after seeing that shit. I mean, you look back on it now and it's like, damn, Sam Lombardo's a fucking creep. Like, this is a grown ass man. Were they in high school in that movie?
You know, I don't
Well,
have. I thought that
they
was
were.
university.
Yeah. They were university. They were
Co-eds, right?
university.
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
university
You're right.
co-eds and
You're
shit.
right. You're right.
What?
Your first guess was right. It was high school.
Oh, Sam Lombardo. Sam Lombardo was a fucking creep. But at the time, they were Nev Campbell and Denise Richards were easily older than us, significantly older than us. So I remember seeing that scene. Even the mom. Do you remember the mom? Like Denise Richards' mom was fucking all over the place in that movie. I think her first scene, she's just straddling this dude like she's on, like riding a fucking bull or something, and she answers the phone to find out her daughter, is absent or something like that. I was like, damn, Mom Dukes can get it. Mm-mm-mm. Wild Things. Did you ever see the sequels? They made like
No, I never saw
three
the
more sequels.
sequels. No.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. They definitely made like 2 or 3 straight to. I think they filmed them like back to back or some shit. They did the same shit that they did with Cruel Intentions. And they got
Why would
they
you
got
fucking make sequels to these movies? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
well, you're in luck
the
because
Cruel
they got a
Intentions.
TV show. Yeah, they did 4 Wild Things movies. Wild Things,
God.
Wild Things 2, Wild Things Diamonds in the Rough, and Wild Things Foursome.
Wow. Just wow.
Just cashing in at this point. I'm trying to see who was in the 4th one. Like who was desperate enough to be in this shit. Only person I recognize from Wild Things 4 is the guy he was a bad guy. His name is Mark McCauley. He was a bad guy in Passenger 57. He's a bad guy in
Yeah.
everything. He's a bad guy in everything he's in. Every movie he's in, he's a bad guy. I don't know who the rest of these people are. Poor Wild Things.
Marnette Patterson looks like Lily Simmons. Oh, this was
Who?
the girl from Camp Nowhere.
Damn, like the old school 90s movie Camp Nowhere?
Yeah, she was the teenage girl in Camp Nowhere.
I haven't seen Camp Nowhere. Like that shit was always coming on HBO. Camp Nowhere and Bushwhacked were always coming on. I'm telling you, man. Like we be knowing the gems, man. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to remember Camp Nowhere now. Christopher Lloyd
Camp Nowhere
was in here.
That was
My man who was
movie, man.
fake ass Wayne
Release that
Zelinsky.
movie on DVD, please. They need to release.
Emmett Walsh was in here. Burgess Meredith was in here. Camp Nowhere, man. Listen. This was a Disney movie?
Alba?
She was in Camp Nowhere?
Yeah, she was Gail. That was her? Wow.
I'm telling you, man, like to look back on some of this shit.
Yeah,
and I love there go Bushwhack. I love how IMDb says more like this, and then they give you these throwbacks. Bushwhack, House Arrest. They don't know nothing about House Arrest.
House Arrest.
I'm trying to tell you.
The one with Kevin Pollak and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. And they get locked up by their kids and shit. They
lock their parents. They lock their parents in the basement and make them like fix their marital problems and shit, which would never work in real life, ever. You just gonna make the parents even more frustrated with each other.
Yeah, that could easily turn into a horror movie.
That's another. Oh my god! When we did that episode on movies that could function as horror movies, we should do like a part 2 of that shit. Because I'm gonna go back.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back into the old school like family kid movies and shit. House Arrest could be a fire fucking horror movie.
Yeah, that could be.
Man of the House.
That's what
What the hell ever happened to
Jonathan.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah, he retired from acting and he went to school to get his degree, and then that's it.
Oh, good for him. He was
Same
like
thing with the.
he was the it guy.
Yeah, for a minute. Yeah, everyone thought he was going to take Jonathan Brandis' place, but he wanted something more. He was. He was. Like that was that. He could have been. Like, think
Jo-
about it. Like, think of the trajectory they both were on. Even though Brandis was
Jo-
a little. Just think about it.
JTT, he had the better films overall, but Jonathan Brandis was a really good fucking actor,
Yeah.
bro. Like I remember like feeling like I lost a friend when they said Jonathan Brandis passed away, because like he was in the Never Ending Story 2 and he was in It, where he played a young Bill Denborough. He was in Sidekicks and shit. Like he was in I was about to fuck up and say he was in Free Willy. What the hell was that kid's name from Free Willy? Was it Jesse? Jesse something. Oh man.
Jason
I only
Richards.
Jason Richards. I called that motherfucker. I did
I
not
can
know
see
how
why.
I got that mixed
His
up.
name, because his middle name is James. I can see why.
Yeah,
Oh, Danielle Harris.
yeah, man.
I don't remember that.
Which one?
In Free Willy.
Danielle Harris?
Dan-
Oh, she's in the first one.
Yeah, Gwynny.
She's in the first one. She's one of the kids that the kid that is about the Free Willy. She's one of his friends. Like, they're like, I don't know if they're homeless, but they're like kids on the street who are like stealing snacks and shit like that. Like they're pretty much scrambling. She's one of those kids that he hangs out with. And I think before he gets caught, all of the kids scramble and they run and they leave him like the piece of shit friends that they are,
Mm-hmm.
when they really should have got caught with him. That could be a horror movie. Like he trains Willie to be a fucking, it'll turn into Orca, like a remake of the movie Orca from back in the day. He trains Willie to just murder and eat people at sea. Go work, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Can
That would be
fucking
dope.
work, man. Now
But I do
I'm
want to
looking
get
up
your.
Orca.
I want to get your opinion on this before we move on our sidebar. Katt Williams saying that men wearing dresses. I feel like that comment right there was really misconstrued, because I often feel like not. I don't feel like I feel like what he was trying to say there is that because they had to, not because they wanted to, and that was the difference. That was the distinction that he was making. I feel that is lost in the conversation here. Like, because someone
Okay,
comes up
so
to you and says, "Hey, we're going to put you in a wig, in a dress, and this is the only way that you're going to blow up."
mm,
But if the
yeah,
conversation is like, "No, I'll put on the wig and the dress because it's just part of my niche," then you're just going to do your own thing. But Kat was saying that I'm going to put you in a dress because you have to be in a dress. Otherwise, you are not going to move past this level. I mean, you look at Ricky Smiley. I mean, that's hard.
the list goes on. Like, come on, man. Like, I did a whole. This is the thing. Like, I I I I did an episode on this years ago, and I had to be really careful with what I was saying, because it started off as me talking about Tyler Perry's comments when he said he was, he was on T.I.'s podcast, and T.I. just flat out asked him, what's up with the dress? What's up with the dress? Over and over and over. And Tyler Perry responded to it. So I remember doing an episode and I put a disclaimer up. I was like, look, I'm about to get real opinionated here. It might be a trigger, but I said, do I have a problem with it? Sure. Because I feel like we need, in this day and age, like, it's been going on for years. It's been going on for decades in movies and TV. There's no doubt about that. But I feel like in this day and age, that shouldn't be like a requirement. And it's not like they have to do it. I feel like it's like, it is something that they choose to do, or maybe maybe the suits do tell them, like, in order for you to, if you really want to get there, I don't know how these conversations go. But I told myself, once I started talking about Tyler Perry, I stopped and I said, but I got to be fair, because if I talk about Tyler Perry, I got to talk about Jamie Foxx. I got to talk about Chris Rock doing it. I got to talk about Will Smith doing it. I got to talk about and then there's a bias there for me. Like, it's a bias there for me because I'm a black man, you know, and like I feel like, do I have a problem when I see black actors do it? Yeah, I do. But on the flip side of that, I got a bias because I'll watch Mrs. Doubtfire and be in tears cracking the fuck up. I won't watch To Wong Fu though. I just think it's a bad movie. Mrs. Doubtfire is actually a good movie that just so happens to have Robin Williams and a dress in it. But I don't know, man. I feel like if I talk about one person wearing a dress, like I got to talk about the other ones. I told somebody on Instagram, and I was getting a lot of shit for it. They were talking about First Sunday, and I said, Katt Williams is funny in that movie, but I laughed at Ricky Smiley. And I said, I might not agree with it. I might not understand it. But if I laughed, I laughed. Ricky Smiley plays an old woman, an old church marm in that movie. And I laughed a couple times, especially at the outtakes. But, you know, somebody was like, no, that's Katt. It was only Katt Williams, Ricky Smiley. It was nothing funny about a man wearing a dress. I said, I might not understand it, but I laughed. I can't take away the fact that I laughed. But you got to single out, what's his name? Chris Tucker did it too. Chris Tucker was kind of walking the line of what Prince did in The Fifth Element.
Very
like
ambiguity right there.
But Chris Tucker gets to
that role was actually made for Prince. That was tailor made for Prince.
For Prince,
that was actually written for Prince, and Prince was supposed to do the movie, but he backed out. He didn't want to do it.
Perfect sense. It makes perfect fucking sense, bro. It makes perfect sense because that is a Prince character.
To me, like, I feel like there's a difference. There's a difference between being initiated in and then doing it because you wanted to. I feel like that's the conversation that people are not having. Like, that's what Katt Williams is trying to say, is that these guys are being initiated in a certain club so they can, you know, prosper. I don't think Keenan did it, because Keenan, Marlon, they came out and said that, hey, man, we did it because we thought it was funny, and we were just trying to push the envelope.
And it's a difference too. Like, again, while I might not understand it, while I might not agree with it, it is a difference. Like, it's context at the end of the day. Like, if you do something in context and it fits, I guess if it fits the movie, whatever. But if you do something like for humiliation's sake, that's something completely different. Like, if you just put somebody in that get up just to humiliate them and like take away their masculinity in a different way, then it's a big difference. But, you know, like, yeah, Katt Williams has never done that, and I respect it. But every other actor we mentioned that's done it, that doesn't take away from the fact that they're fucking amazing to me. Like, and I like, it's still Jamie Foxx. Yeah, he dressed up on In Living Color as Rwanda. I laughed at it like as a kid, but then but just because he did that, I'm like, you can't take away from the fact that Jamie Foxx is one of the most talented dudes in the business, like, hands down. You can't take away from the fact that, you know, Martin did it. Martin is on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore as comedians and comedic actors. Who the fuck else did it? Marlon Wayans. As much as I hate Marlon White Chicks, I don't like that movie. Like, outside of the opening where they're in the bodega, as much as I can't stand that movie, Marlon Wayans I don't give a fuck if he did a White Chicks 2. He still wanna be, that dude is inspiration. Like, he's so fucking talented to the point where it's inspiring. So, like, I could see, like, Katt Williams is, I'm not gonna say he's bitter, but he's vengeful. He's like, all these motherfuckers is gonna get it. Everybody that ever said something, anybody that ever did something, I'm using this platform to air y'all the fuck out now. But I'm you
have like Ricky Smiley on that same platform saying that he stole Friday After Next, when he's not even that funny in Friday After Next. He's Bobby Brown. You know what I mean? He's Santa Claus. So, dude, like.
And we just lost whatever endorsements we were getting from Bobby Brown. We're never getting Bobby Brown on the show. It's never gonna happen.
At himself, man. Like, I've seen him make those same kind of jokes about himself. So
don't blame us, because Ice Cube actually said it in the movie. So blame Ice Cube. Don't blame us.
And Ice Cube, I came out and said, like, money might work because of Katt Williams, not because of anything else.
Yeah, he set the record straight on that shit.
The biggest co-sign that to come out, you know what I mean? That was like one of the biggest co-signs, because, like, oh shit, and then that's what started making people look at Katt differently. It's like, oh, he is telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know about Luda, because Luda, I mean, that freestyle was
Come
not it,
on,
dude.
man. Like,
That freestyle was not it.
listen,
You basically saying you this, dog. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I listen. I told my girl, I said, listen, because we talked about that shit, and I said, if Luda is in the Illuminati, allegedly, that motherfucker still in my top 5, dead or alive. I don't give a damn. I don't care. He's in my favorite, but no, it is like, okay, so he said I was like, when he said what he said about Luda, I was like, oh shit, like I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But then Luda dropped the response, and I was listening to it. I was like, is he responding to this? So then I ran it back. First of all, he's rapping off one of the best beats on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That Kanye West Devil in a New Dress beat, that's my shit. With the Smokey Robinson sample and everything. But I like the freestyle was like, it was light. He didn't really address it, but you could tell he was like subliminally responding to
Yeah.
Katt Williams. And then they dropped something where they said Katt dissed him back. I don't know if that's really Katt Williams rapping. I don't think it is,
I don't.
but
I don't think it is. I mean, Katt Williams dissed the Young Guns for crying out loud. So
I
did you
remember
ever hear that?
that because they said because on Set It Off they said fake ass pimps like Money Mike, and then
Yeah.
he came back and dissed him. I'm like, come on now. But one thing I will say, man, and this is what Dave Chappelle said, and I agree with what Dave Chappelle said. While all of this shit is entertaining, while I do think that interview was like one for the ages, I do agree with Dave Chappelle when he said, like, why are we, or whoever it was that said, like, why are we like always like going up against each other when we could just ban? Like, I hate the fact that Kevin Hart and Katt Williams don't get along. Do you know how that would be one of the biggest fucking comedy tours ever if they had like Dave Chappelle, Katt Williams? Like, imagine everybody that Katt Williams mentioned getting together for one of the it will be history. Like, it'll be historic. And I hate that it's like that, man. It's like rap beefs. Like, I feel the same way about comedy beefs, or I'm starting to, that I feel about rap beefs. And I hate that these
It's
motherfuckers, they,
it's like the crab in the bucket mentality. Like I see that shit here too. You know what I mean? It's like someone else is doing better, but like the people behind you don't want to see you do better because they want to keep you at their level. So because they don't
yeah,
want you to
man.
thrive. You know, I
I
think that's the kind of
hate it.
mentality that we all need to break out of. You know what I mean? But I don't want
Absolutely.
to say it's. I I think it's enlightening to see that even people at that level are still have that same mentality. You know what I mean? Like if you're at that level, like if you're at the heights of Katt Williams and you still have that crab in the bucket mentality, that's pretty crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but also Katt also lifts up a lot of people.
He
You know,
does. He
he
does.
lifts up a
He's got
lot of
his core
people.
group.
So
He's got his
you know,
core group of people, man. Like Katt Williams will forever rock with Red Grant is like his right hand man. He'll forever rock with Luenell, Melanie Camacho. There's a couple people that he mentioned that he just fucks with, and I don't like I will say this about Katt Williams. I don't like how I, I don't like how he comes for Tiffany Haddish sometimes. Like, I don't think Tiffany Haddish is like the best female comedian out there, but her story, like from the ground up, is fucking fire. Like, I love how she came up, and she's just a star now. But Katt Williams, like the way he come for her, like he was talking about school dance, and I remember him saying, think on that radio show where he roasted the fuck out of that lady. He was like, nobody knew who Tiffany Haddish was until I think he was talking about the movie School Dance, and he was like, they don't know School Dance for Tiffany Haddish. They know it for the one scene that I'm in, which I did. That was the first scene that I saw from that movie. I didn't know who Tiffany Haddish was, but I said, this shit's hilarious. I got to see this movie. Just so happened I found it in like the fucking $5 bin at Walmart or some shit like that, like a couple years back. No, School Dance is pretty funny. It's like slapstick goofy, but Nick Cannon actually directed that shit. But
oh
Katt
my
Williams
god,
and Tiffany Haddish
yes.
are in the. Listen, it falls in line with like, and there's probably gonna be a lot of people that's like, this, what type of comparison is that? But no, it falls in line with probably more so Friday After Next because of how slapstick and goofy it is. Like, it's got like animated title cards that people walk through when they introduce certain groups and shit. But like Luenell's in there, Mike Epps, Lil Duval's in there, Kevin Hart's in there. What's the motherfucker's name from that '70s show? And he was on From Dusk Till on, Wilmer
Brewer,
Valderrama.
Valderrama. Yeah, Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton's in there. Patrick Warburton's not even a real character in there. Affion Crockett plays the gym teacher. Amber Rose is in there for some fucking reason. But shout out to her. Who else is in that shit?
Jim Brewer. Pete Davidson.
My man from Pete Davidson plays this character named Stinkfinger, I think. My man from Half Baked is in there. Yeah. The super stoner dude. Yeah, he's in there. It's a big cast in there, man. But like the movie just I guess it didn't come out in theater.
Johnson's on there? What?
Yeah, he's the main character. He's the main character who's got the crush. He's got the crush on the chick Anastasia, and he just can't get his shit together when she's around. But yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, man. It's just like nobody really knows about that movie. But yeah, Katt Williams, I will say he's got the funniest scene in the movie. Like it's got a bunch of like scattered funny moments in there, but he's hands down got the funniest fucking scene in there for sure. It's fucking hilarious. But it only lasts probably like 5 minutes, give or take. It's not a lot to it. It's like a flashback sequence in a flashback sequence or some shit.
That's all.
Even his son, one of the characters in there, Katt Williams, in the flashback sequence, he's like, so let me tell you what happened a while back. And he's like, you can't do a fucking flashback in a flashback. And Katt Williams is like, he's like, I'm a criminal. That's what I do, what I'm not supposed to do. And he just tells him about how he lost money playing dominoes in prison or some shit. It's a wild fucking movie. Nothing really makes sense. That's probably why it's so funny. And Mike Epps is the principal, the horny ass principal, yo. It's wild. It's a wild fucking movie. But Katt overall, I'm still rooting for Katt Williams. Crazy ass interview and all, man. Katt is one of the funniest motherfuckers out there.
And then he follows up by going on Willie D's podcast, Ghetto Boys Uncut, and literally saying to Willie D, you do not ask good questions, sir.
Yeah, he told him that at the end of the episode. Like, and my thing is, I wouldn't even I would love to have Katt Williams on the show, but how do we follow up that?
We gotta come with our A++ game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we can't fuck around. That's a hard.
You cannot.
That's a hard act to follow. Yeah. Now you know the next show that's about to try to have him is Drink Champs, and I don't even want. If I would be so happy if he never does Drink Champs, because all they're going to do is ask him the same shit. There's no way you can follow up that interview.
I don't want him on Drink Champs. I don't want him on there. No slight to Nori, but when Nori was drinking, it like. Man, shut the fuck up a little. Like, let the man tell the story.
That's why I'm glad, like, DJ EFN is, like, the medium. Like, there might be some people that watch our show, and they might not like what I say, and they probably say, I'm glad Johnny's on the show to balance shit out, and vice versa. Like, people gonna take their pick amongst the co-hosts, but I'm glad DJ EFN is there, because when shit starts to kind of go off the rails, he brings it back around with certain questions and shit like that. And one of the, Drink Champs is one of my favorite podcasts. I'm not even gonna lie, but I don't like when it gets into tabloid journalist territory. Like when you trying to shake shit up and get the highest ratings by focusing on the negative bullshit. Like it's too much, man. That's why that Lamar Odom episode was hard for me to watch. Yeah. All like 2.5 hours of it, man. Like that shit, I was like, this is like a sabotage plot right here. That's like us bringing. Oh, you know what? I almost made the wrong comparison. I was about to say that's like us bringing Tony Moran on the show, but I would love. We still need to have him on the show because Tony Moran. Come on, bruh. Come on, man.
Oh,
come on down. Tony Moran, come on. This is your invitation. Another invitation to RNZ Live, bro. Come on the show. We would love to have you on the show. Tony Moran, people. Tony Moran.
Please, that's Tony Moran. Come on the show because we got a few in the chamber for you.
I ain't even writing no questions down. Fuck an A game. I'm not writing. I'm not writing shit down for Tony Moran. I'm ready. I'm firing on all cylinders just off the top. Drunk as shit. Like, I'm gonna have the bottle and the shot glass in front of me. Like, so knocking them back, bro. I'm telling you, like Tony Moran. But no, that's like us having somebody on the show who, I don't know, like had a drinking problem or a drug problem, and we just keep hammering that topic, into their heads to try to, just shake things up. I hate that
Yeah.
shit, man. It's a lot of messy platforms. I'm not saying Drink Champs is messy. I'm just saying I hope it doesn't
It's
get to that point.
It's with certain. I noticed with certain guests that it evolves into that. I noticed with certain guests
Yeah.
on Drink Champs, it does evolve into the tabloid journalist, and especially when Nori starts pushing him back, dude. Like it sometimes, man. It's just like I feel like he's testing the waters. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, like, come on.
Yeah.
There are some
Yeah, like
episodes that I can watch, like, oh man, Nori's actually really good. The Big Sean episode, the Kanye
he's
episode, the
he's
Ice
a
T
great
episode.
journalist, yo. He is a great journalist. But it's like when I watched to a lot of people's surprise, I watched the entire episode where he had B2K on there because I'm familiar with these motherfuckers. Like they like one of them said in
Did you
like
ask
one
him
of those
about
reality TV shows.
Puffy?
He did he ask them about Puffy? He might have. He might have, but he asked them about everything except for what they had going on. He didn't. I don't remember him asking, "Do you guys got any new music? Are you guys going to do a new tour?" He asked them, Why did you fall out decades ago? How did y'all feel when Omarion did this?" And it's like, this shit is messy. That shit is messy. Like, this is all you're talking about the entire time. I didn't get it. I watched it though because they was getting trashed, and I'm like, yeah, I do kind of want to see, what they talking
Yeah.
about because you learn a lot, but it's just, I don't know. It's like if we bring Danielle Harris, okay, for example, and I'm gonna do this without sounding bitter because I bring this name up maybe a couple episodes at a time. When I was planning to interview Daniel Ferens, I I made sure that I wanted to talk about, like, I made sure my questions I wanted to ask him about like his upbringing and growing up in a Christian household. How did you get turned on to horror growing up around a Christian family and this, that, and the other? Everything leading up to Halloween 6, and I wanted to ask him the good shit, the good experiences about it. I didn't want to be like, yeah, so how'd you feel that they rewrote the script 18,000 times and they reshot the ending? You know what I'm saying? Like, how'd you feel about this, that, and the other? Like, no, I didn't want to focus on the bad shit. Like, it's that's just not me. It's really, it's a ploy to get likes and clicks and ratings, and I don't know.
Yeah. So I want to ask you this because this was brought to my attention yesterday.
Oh
Where do you
dear.
stand? Where do you stand on Drake and Kanye, as in terms of talent?
I'm sorry, man. I did not. I promise you, I did not mean to laugh like that. Um, as far as what? Wait, what is the?
Okay, so okay, so someone on my feed was saying he would take Kanye over your favorite rapper, right? Just like
Mhm.
bars. But he was also making the comparison that Kanye is also a total package. Some people on the comments are
Yes,
saying,
he
well,
is.
what about Drake? Like, Drake would be able to compete with his catalog. But the problem is that Drake does not produce or write some of his shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kanye has proven that he has written his own stuff. And yes, Kanye has brought in writers toward the tail end of his career to, sure up so he can focus on the production. But
Mm.
Drake has always been that guy where he has that it factor and boom, you know what I mean? But when you look at Kanye, Kanye is a generational talent. Like
Mhm.
the genius there, you hear it on wax. Drake, I can't say Drake is a generational talent. Like I can't say that because to
The
me they're not here. They're like here.
the thing. like my views on Drake have fucking drastically changed. Like, did it? What's good, bro? I like with Drake. How I feel about Drake now. I don't think Drake has an identity on wax anymore. Like, I don't know what fucking genre. Like, it's good to be like versatile and all of that. Like, I was just listening to some like some of his old mixtape shit today because I was looking at shit to put in my playlist. But I'm like, Drake doesn't know what fucking genre he belongs to anymore. And I don't know if that's a like a gift or a curse because it's cool to, you know, you can get play on the radio, you can get play in the bar, you can get play in the club, you can get play in somebody's headphones while they in the car, like wherever. But what are you, if somebody, you know, it's like when you take the fucking SATs, like what do you identify as? Like what circle, like what box are you filling in? What box are you checking? What circle are you filling in? Like Kanye is he I just don't get I don't see the comparison. Like me personally, I have never heard anybody like Kanye West. And like you said, Kanye might have had people come in and punch shit up sometimes. Like and you know, Drake had a writer, like a ghostwriter. I don't think Kanye has had a ghostwriter. He had like Cudi punch up some shit every once in a while, but stuff like that, Drake and Kanye West, I just don't I don't, like you said, like it's like this. I just don't see a comparison. It's not even really a fair comparison when you think about it. It's not. It's two different calibers of music overall. It's two different calibers of rap. It's two different calibers of pop when they decide to do it. I just think Kanye is he is a historic artist. I'm not saying Drake isn't, but I feel like when it's all said and done, if we talking influence, it's Kanye. Like if it's influence and it's one thing, like I ain't talking about his hijinks and his political views and all that shit. Like, but music, straight up music, it's always going to be Kanye for me because Kanye, you know, regardless of how people feel about him, he's always had a certain identity. I mean, he's tried different shit like 808s and Heartbreaks and what is that shit where he got a little weird? Was it Yeezus or Donda? Yeah, it was. I think it was like Donda or something. And even Life of Pablo, he tried some different shit, but it's no comparison for me. Like in a nutshell, I don't see the comparison that people make, and I feel like I'm sorry. I feel like Drake's running out of steam. I feel like I like that Kanye's taking breaks in between his bullshit. Like he might take a month into, you know, wearing MAGA hats and doing stupid shit. Like Drake, okay. Like this is a really fucking loaded question, bro. Like with a loaded answer. It's kind of like what Denzel said when Jamie Foxx was interviewing him on Jamie Foxx's podcast. And Denzel was like, if you drink too much water, you'll drown. He said, I want to be the guy that, oh, I can't wait to see him again, not I see him everywhere. Like Drake is oversaturating himself with a lot of motherfuckers. I don't know if it's with a lot of people, but I'm kind of getting tired of him because everywhere I hear him, it's a different sound. Normally that'd be cool, but I'm tired of hearing him. Like I did put his shit in my playlist earlier, and I forgot how much of his old shit bumps. But he's gonna be Nicki Minaj status soon. Like you gonna run out of steam because you don't know what the fuck you want to do, so you're just doing everything. Yeah, I saw that face you made. With the Nicki Minaj mention.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, but I mean, I
What?
can
He's
see
gonna run
your
out of
point.
steam?
I can see your point. No, I see your point, but it's just like, oh, Nicki Minaj, that's interesting. I wouldn't have made that comparison. Plus, like the last time I said something bad about Nicki Minaj, I had them all coming after me in the comments. They're like, stop it. She writes her own shit. Okay, fine. It's fine. I mean, you can't tell me that she didn't have help early on because she sounds
Of course she did.
vastly different. Vastly different.
Vastly different.
If
Yes, she
you
does.
fucking go and break down those lyrics, like from what 20 years ago to now,
Yep.
there is a fucking subtle change, a massive
Listen
change
to
in
that
delivery.
mixtape shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like you can't tell me Wayne was not helping her. Like
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you just
of course.
can't. You can't
My
tell
cousin,
me.
my cousin always said Nicki Minaj was manufactured, and I agree 200% on that. They brought her in over to Young Money, and they tampered a little bit. Yo, you switch this up to this, and we'll make you do this, and we'll make you do that. Like, she was literally manufactured in the studio. Now, it's one thing to be like, to develop an artist, but to just completely like just 360 like that. Yeah, she had some help with that, with them lyrics, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I personally don't see the comparison with the whole Drake and Kanye thing. I think people just want to like have some people like to spark that debate because I think they were beefing at one point in time, but I feel like Kanye is just a different type of monster, man. His focus is way different.
Here's another loaded question.
Oh dear.
Who had the better verse on Forever?
Wait, who was on there? Drake,
Kanye, Wayne, and M.
M.
You
M had the
M?
best verse. Listen, I'm Hannibal Lecter just in case you're thinking of saving face. Like, come on, man. Like, people say that Eminem, Cassidy said something where he was like, yeah, he just putting little rhymes together and all this. No.
I saw that.
No.
You're like, Cassidy, you do that shit too, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. But no. M blacked out is the reason he went last. Now, people either put you, and I don't know if my man did it, is still in here. Me and him used to rap together in high school, and like a couple years after we got out of high school. But there's a reason, and he can attest to this shit. There's a reason that people there's a reason people get placed on certain songs. There's one of two reasons. You either fire as fuck or you trash. They did not put M last because he's garbage in the slightest. They put M last because who the fuck wants to follow up after that verse? Because I know I'm not. M the type of person that if he rapped first and I got to rap after that second, I'm going to tear my verse up and write something else. And I'm really coming for you after that. Like, I'm really coming for you.
Kanye actually did that. He actually rewrote his own verse.
Yeah, because listen, I love that. Like, if somebody made me rewrite a verse, that's when people bring the best out of you. Like, you're supposed to want to have the best verse on a song anyway, whether y'all friends or whatever. I'm coming for you in every single bar. Like, I'm making sure that people listen to it for my verse. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. It's competitiveness. But I'm trying to think of, Kanye verse was on there. He had the McLovin punchline on there.
I used to have big dreams, big fame, big chains. I stuck my dick inside this life until this bitch came.
And I mean, Kanye, listen, sometimes, and I love Kanye's bars enough to know, and this is with any of my favorite rappers, I like them well enough to know when they could do better.
Just so I can make it rain all spring. Y'all seen my story, my glory. I had raped the gang young. You can call it statutory.
Jesus, that's kind of dark. It's kind of dark, yay. It's kind of dark, yay. Watch it. Be careful. But I like, and like, everybody was cool, but they saved M for last for a reason, man. M closed that shit out like perfectly. So I think M had the best verse. I remember Drake's verse. I remember Wayne's verse. But it's to the point where did they change the beat when M started rapping? I don't know. And unless his presence was just manipulated my mind into thinking
he got the drop. He got the drop. So he got like the bass line, and then when he hit a certain beat, the beat
that was when the thunder start rumbling because the storm was coming. Yeah, I got my money's on M for best verse on Forever. Damn, that's another like little sidebar topic we should do. Like, we should talk about like our favorite features, hip hop features, and who had the best verse. That'll make some fucking waves, bro. I'm telling you, that'll make some fucking waves.
I'm putting that shit down, bro. I'm putting that shit down.
Yeah, write that shit down. No bullshit. I'm writing that shit down too because I don't want to forget that. That is going to ruffle some feathers. Oh man, are we picking like an era? Like, we picking 90s songs, 2000, just whatever?
Yeah, we'll keep whatever we got.
Oh man, yeah, man, that's gonna be a good one.
Because I got one right now, dude. Get By.
What is
Get By remix?
Ooh, wait, who? That's what, Talib?
That's
Mos Def
Talib,
was on there
that's
too, right?
Mos, that's Bus, that's Kanye, and that's
Oh
Jay.
my God. Oh God, I gotta go back and listen to it. I would have to go back and listen to it because I forgot about the remix. I'm thinking you talk about like just the
Nah,
God damn, wait, who is it again? Who's
so
doing
Mos
that again?
opens. It's Mos in this order: Mos, Jay, Kanye, Hook, Talib, and then Busta.
Oh
But the only
God,
thing I don't
man.
like about Talib's verse is that he fucking reuses his second verse. He reuses the 8 bars from the second verse, so he doesn't
Oh,
re-record another verse. But oh man, that one's hard, dude, because all of them did their fucking thing, dude. Like I didn't think Jay was gonna go in, but Jay went the fuck in, and then Kanye follows it up. Most is always gonna be most, and oh man, goddamn,
that's
yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna have to listen to that one. I'm gonna have to listen to that one again because I forgot that this was loaded. This track is loaded,
So I think what we should
loaded.
do for that one is I think we should get 5, send each other the list, so that way we can listen to each other's picks, and then we can debate.
Pick 5 of them. Yeah. I almost no. I'm not gonna put 1, 2 y'all on my list
One, two, y'all.
because a lot of
The
motherfuckers.
remix or the Memphis Bleak one?
Yeah, the Memphis Bleak, the one that was on, was it Made?
Yeah,
It was Bleak. It was Bleak. It was Lil C's. It was Hove Rap Last, G to K. People don't even know who the fuck G to K is. I don't know what happened
he
to him, man.
fell off right after that album, dude.
I heard him on that song and I heard him on Murder, Marcyville, and that was it. I'm thinking of some Slaughterhouse shit too, man. I'm thinking of
Mm.
this. I gotta have at least one Slaughterhouse track on there, or maybe not, because I feel like I'm gonna pick Royce or Crooked every time. Every time it's gonna be one of those two.
I'm thinking Wu Tang, either Protect Your Neck or
Triumph.
China.
I you already know Triumph was the first one that came to mind, man. Damn, because it
But I think
starts with a
that one.
bang.
But I think that one's easy because I think Rebel INS has the best verse of the entire fucking song.
Mm,
Possibly they spotted me.
oh
Oh,
my god.
man.
Yeah, it's a yo. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, we got.
That's gonna be a fucking great. That's gonna be a great one
Yeah.
for show.
So so are we doing like it has to be 5 or more people, or does it have to be 2 people, or does it have to be because there's a Beanie Siegel one and a Ti one that I heard and I was like, fuck, dude, I don't know which one.
Mm. Oh my god. Um, I want to say it's got to be 3 or more, but there's two. There's songs like I'm not gonna pick this. I'm automatically, if it's 2 people, I'm automatically thinking of Renegade, but I know the answer to that. And motherfuckers out there can sue me. Y'all can sue me, but y'all know who had the better verse on Renegade. Everybody knows. The world knows it. We all know it. It's we know.
Oh,
Um, or we could do that. What's another song? You could do that E40 Silk the Shocker and Young Jeezy song.
oh, what the fuck? Did they really have a song together? Oh my
No,
god.
no,
Okay.
they don't. Thank God. It would have been called like
That would have
Shit-tastic or
been
something like that. Yeah, just put E40,
super
Jeezy,
fire
OJ,
tracks.
OJ the Juice Man, Silk the Shocker. I don't know. I'm saying rappers who people are probably fans of out there. I don't want to piss anybody off.
I got one. I don't know if you heard this one. It's the Lupe Fiasco on Beaming remix.
I did not hear the
So,
remix. That was
so
that on
that has
Food and Liquor?
no.
I'm Beaming was on
It was
Food
actually
and
on
Liquor.
it was the original song is on Food and Liquor, but it was actually on the Cool Kids mixtapes. Cool Kids are on there. Blue's on there. Asher Roth is on there. Um,
Ash, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I used to like Asher Roth a lot, man. Oh, it says All City Chess Club. I'm Beaming
mhm.
remix.
Yeah.
Lupe Fiasco, Asher Roth, B.O.B., the Cool Kids, I have not heard Charles Hamilton in a long time. Does he still rap?
No, I think he does like a podcast now for Barstool.
Charles Hamilton. His first joint was I ain't got no problem with girls out in Harlem, but ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl. I remember this motherfucker. Diggy Simmons though. Ugh. Let's stop it, people. Can we stop? Can we stop it?
Dosage,
J.
B.O.B.
Cole's on there. Wale. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, dude.
God damn.
That's definitely one of my
Ooh, you know what else I'm thinking? Live at the Barbecue is another one I would have. Yeah, it's another one I have to listen to, man. Oh my God. It's so many. It's so many. We got some research to do,
Yeah,
bro. I have
definitely.
not heard this I'm Beaming remix though. This shit is loaded too. And B.O.B., people need not sleep on that guy. It's not just
B.O.B.
I'll
was
be
fire,
in
dude.
the it's not just I'll be in the sky and you know blowing Nintendo 64 cartridges and no, B.O.B. can rap. Bad Boy can rap. The Cool Kids, I didn't even know they were rappers. I didn't know who they were until after I saw Widows and Daniel Kaluuya shot the shit out of them in that one sequence. I did not know they were.
What?
You never saw
No,
Widows?
I never
Yo,
saw Widow.
so it's a scene in Widows, right? And it's a tracking shot. It's a beautiful fucking tracking shot that just keeps going. So they basically are responsible for the money getting taken. Um, Funny enough, the money getting taken, Liam Neeson is a part of the movie, but they call them. They've got them holed up in like this shipping container shit in the gym, and so they call them out on the into the gym, and the tracking shot starts. So they like Daniel Kaluuya's face to face with them, and it's like, yo, you let these dudes take our money. And the dude tells Daniel Kaluuya, yo, I heard them rapping the whole time they was back there. And Daniel Kaluuya's pissed. So he tells him, all right, do what you were doing. Like, I want to hear your rap you was doing back there. So the one dude starts beatboxing, the other dude starts rapping. Daniel Kaluuya like starts like nodding his head like he's really feeling the bars. Pops dude right in his fucking head. He tells the other dude to run. The dude runs towards the doors of the gym, shoots him in the back, and then he tells his homie like, "Yo, take care of this." Yo, I'm telling you, it's one of the coldest fucking scenes. It's the best scene in the movie. And Daniel Kaluuya said that his inspiration for the role was Beanie Siegel. He said he was watching Beanie Siegel, I think, when like PD Crack was rapping or something like that. But Daniel Kaluuya is terrifying in the movie. You never seen that meme like where Daniel Kaluuya's like all up in
That's
that dude's face?
where that's
Like
from? That's
that
where
is
that's
where that's from. It's
from?
from the
I never
it's
knew
from
that.
that's the scene because the dude and that was improv. The dude starts rapping and he didn't know Daniel Kaluuya was going to do that and he like gets all up in his girl while he's rapping and he stutters like he stops and then he has to get his momentum back going. I'm telling you, it is one of the best fucking tracking shots and sequences I've seen in any movie. Like Steve McQueen killed that shit. Killed that shit. I think that was the director's name, Steve McQueen. He bodied that sequence. And it's so cold blooded, man. He's all up in that dude's mitt while he's rapping. Yo, I'm telling you,
Yes.
it is hilarious, man. It is a hilarious scene, man, because it's so unexpected. Like I remember, I was feeling the bars at first when I first saw that movie, and then he shoots him. I was like, oh shit! Like he just fucking shot that too. But I love that he told the other dude to run and then shot him in the back because he wanted the crime scene to be spaced out. And I'm like, yo, this dude is cold, straight up calculated. Yeah, man, you got it. I mean, the
Man,
movie's
this
okay.
this this cast is stacked, bro.
Oh
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Michelle
Oh yeah.
Rodriguez, Viola Davis, Elizabeth Debicki, Cynthia Ebro, Colin Farrell,
Yep.
Robert Duvall,
Brian
Liam Neeson,
Tyree Henry's
Tyree
in
Henry,
there.
Lucas
Mm-hmm.
Haas, Garrett Dillahunt,
Is it Colin
Jackie Weaver.
Farrell in that shit too?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, it's loaded. It's a loaded cast, bro. I mean, the movie's not bad, but after that scene, and that scene happens kind of early. Like after that scene, I want more of that. Like I don't even give a fuck about what the Widows is doing at this point. I wanted more of that shit. And I think what's his name? Kevin J.
Yeah,
O'Connor from Deep Rising is in there.
yeah, he's in
He's
there.
in there. Yeah, but he gets it's fucked up. Like him and Daniel Kaluuya get a crazy scene together where it's in a bowling alley, and he's like interrogating him, but he's fucking him up, but he can't really feel it because he's like paraplegic. Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's wild. Liam Neeson, like, don't get your hopes up. He's hardly in the movie. If you want to see Liam Neeson people in Widows, he's hardly in the movie.
Uh,
Not
this reviews. It wasn't a bad film, but I felt it sort of ended unfinished with more questions than answers. That's
I
an actual
mean,
review.
it's like I didn't love it or hate it, but I will watch it for that one scene. For everything that leads up to that one scene and the scene after that with Kevin J. O'Connor and Daniel Kaluuya, I'll watch it for that for
I don't know.
sure. Because he is.
If this is better than Triple 90, this could be. Yeah. Triple Nine was garbage.
Who was in that shit?
Casey Affleck. Fuck, I don't remember who else.
I know the guy who's in here. I can never pronounce his fucking name. He played Victor Sweet.
Yeah. Anthony
Mackie,
one of the coldest
Aaron
villain
Paul,
introductions
Woody
ever, bro.
Harrelson, Kate Winslet, Gal Gadot, Norman Riddick, Michael what?
Don't get your
Clifton
hopes up, bro.
Collins Jr. What?
Wait till you see this movie. This is on some bullshit, bro.
For it with this cast?
Yeah, this movie's on some bullshit.
This cast is stacked. They even got fucking Diogo from Fast 5 and Fast 10 in here, who was a waste of space in Fast 10. Damn, this cast is fucking crazy. It's
Yeah,
a heist movie too.
Oh man,
There's no way this movie could be trash, man. Look at this fucking cast.
I saw this movie in theaters, bro, and I left the theater like underwhelmed. I'm like, what the fuck? What is it? I might have to rewatch this, but because I saw this in theaters when it came out,
Is
and
it
it
on
was
some
garbage.
like? Is it on some like? What's the movie? Everybody said I didn't see more than like 10 minutes of it. Everybody said it was garbage, but it had a good cast. Sabotage with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sabotage
I
at
haven't.
least delivers on its premise. I don't feel this movie delivers on its premise. Because the
Casey
story, if
Affleck. Who the
I
fuck
remember
told him he
correctly,
was a star?
the story is not linear.
Oh God.
It's like Pulp Fiction, so it's all interconnected.
Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, every movie can't pull that shit off unless you are Pulp Fiction, Go, 11-14. There's only certain movies that could do that shit.
Trick or Treat,
Trick or Treat's another one. Yep. That
Reservoir
is
Dogs.
definitely Reservoir. That's one Tarantino movie I gotta go back and watch. I think I've only seen that shit like twice my entire life.
Really, that's like one of my favorites, honestly, just because it's so minimalistic.
And now all the other heist and dirty cop movies are popping up like Street Kings and fucking Den of Thieves and shit.
Again, Den of Thieves, another disappointment.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I just thought it was gonna be way better than it was. I thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
way better. And
and
then they're supposed to be doing a part two. I'm like, no, we don't
yeah,
need a part
no, we
two.
don't.
We don't need
No,
that.
unless you're gonna involve Jason Statham somehow.
Jason Statham and fucking Den of Thieves. Like Jason Statham, he's about to do, like you said, either Hobbs and Shaw 2 or the Meg 12. And I'm here for it. I'm here for both.
Running Scared, Brooklyn's Finest. That's another
Brooklyn's
movie that's a
Finest.
disappointment.
Where Richard Gere was basically the same fucking character he was from Pretty Woman, just falling in love with these hoes.
Yeah, We
He,
Own the
he
Night.
was telling that hooker about his day while she was topping him up, and he's just like, yeah, man, I had a bad day, and I had to, oh, no. He's like, no teeth. But yeah, man, it was just crazy. And I was like, yo, Richard Gere, like, just stop. Just stop it.
I'm surprised he didn't pull out a gerbil and say, "Hey, you know what to do with this."
Yo, did that really happen?
No, it didn't really happened. But
Because
I don't even know how that rumor got started, bro.
I
Honestly,
mean,
but that's just
you just see what
funny as fuck.
you see what Tatum said in Scream. She's like, you can only hear that Richard Gere gerbil story so much until you have to start believing it. Like
Yeah,
that was even Family Guy spoofed that shit, and it's like, did that shit really happen? He gotta be careful with his fetishes, man, for reals.
yeah, for real. Miami Vice.
I wanted
Uh,
more out of that too, especially for a Michael Mann movie.
yeah,
The the opening is wild. When they're like, how long you been a cop or whatever they say, and then they get hit up in the car with that 50 cal.
yeah.
Shit. Forget about it. Forget about it. They hit him with the dinosaur hunter. You are not surviving that shit. I don't care if you are in a car. Your shit will explode. I be forgetting David Ayer did Street Kings. Did you see David Ayer wants to have a funeral for the Suicide Squad? He wants to
No, I
have
didn't
like
see
a
that.
he wants to have like a funeral viewing because he knows he's never going to get it released or something like that. And I'm like, just let this man make his goddamn put his cut out. God damn, put the fucking let him put his cut out for the movie, man. Like I do want to see how dark he was going to get with that movie, but it's like
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know,
But
man. They
we're
just
not going to see it though. We are not going to see it. That'd
Warner
be
Brothers,
one of
man.
the that would be one of the most anticipated movies if Warner Bros. Ever decides to release that movie.
Yeah, and it's a shame because I remember when they dropped the trailer for the Suicide Squad, and I was like, this shit looks dark. Like it looks different. And then the next trailer, we got
It was all white.
yeah, it was all exactly. It was all bright and what was the song? Oh my
Ballroom
god.
Blitz.
No, not Ballroom Blitz. That
Yeah,
was the
it was.
third trailer.
The third trailer. Yeah, the third trailer was Ballroom Blitz.
What was the second trailer song? They played it in Wayne's World. Oh god. Oh my god. What is it? They played it in Wayne's World. What is it? When
Max said,
they're in the
"What's
car,
up,
like,
gentlemen?" Max said, "Man, that OG Suicide trailer was fire, and it was butchered." Bohemian
Bohemian.
Rhapsody.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, man. I could not figure it out for the life of me. That was the second trailer. Then they did Ballroom Blitz, and it got brighter and brighter. Um, yeah, that OG Suicide Squad trailer. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I remember the music, the tone of it. I was like, "Yep, I can get with this." And then WB just did what the fuck WB does.
It was
This is why
straight
I'm
up.
like, I trust James Gunn, but I'm worried about the tone. You know, like I watched I had watched Aquaman 2 today. They put it on like digital, and I watched it, and I was I a little too nice the first time around? Because I didn't review it, but I was like, well, did I just enjoy it a lot because, oh, this is the last Aquaman movie. I want something good to say about the DCU. I want to end on a good note. But then I watched it again today, bro, and I was like, this
Garbage.
almost went into Quantumania territory. Like it almost got too fucking stupid. I could
Yeah.
deal with the octopus being the sidekick, but I was like, this is just almost too. And I could be lenient with it because it's fucking Atlantis, but it was just like I was like, this shit too goofy almost, and it fucks up a really good tone with Black Manta. Black Manta had the glowing green Tommy Knocker's eyes. He had the evil trident. Like I was like, yo, we got something here, and then we get to all the goofy shit and the buddy comedy shit with Patrick Wilson and Jason Momoa. I was like, what is? I don't know if I should have been as nice to this movie the first time around. I don't know. He said the DCU died for me with the Flash. Did you not like the Flash? I really enjoyed the Flash, man. I might get a lot of shit for it, but I got a lot of what I wanted out of that movie, especially the Michael Keaton shit. I got a lot of good Michael Keaton shit out of there. Speaking of shit, you could tell that they trimmed Amber Heard's parts down in Aquaman 2.
Dolph
They
Lundgren
definitely trimmed her parts
came out
down.
and said like we had a whole fucking side story with that, like, but they cut it. Like,
And But they had, somebody said that, oh, she fucked the movie up for me. I said, no, she had to be there because she's a part of two big sequences and the story would not keep moving without her.
Yeah.
Like when Aquaman is pinned between that rock and she saves him, she had to be there for that. When she's got the baby and the trident's like flying towards her, that had to happen. Like you had to have her there. And it didn't bother me seeing her. I was just like, I hate the fact that she's so fucking fine and she's just so toxic. Like I hate that shit. Kind of
Yeah.
kind of makes you even more curious about it, but nah. I don't know if anybody want them problems after Johnny Depp done had to deal with that.
Well, you want to wake up on a shit pillow too, man, or what? Like on a warm
I
pillow?
listen,
You
I'm
want
a
a warm
wild
pillow?
I'm a wild boy, but that is one kink I ain't into. He said boycotted Waterboy 2. There's a Waterboy 2? Oh,
Boycott a water boy. Oh,
he's
the guy.
he's talking he's talking. I was like, what? I was like, Adam Sandler did that? I'm like, what the hell?
I like the Flash.
Um
That's why I died with it. It only gets worse and worse with every rewatch. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't really like the Flash. Aquaman 2 is that movie was just bad. They just gave up. I feel like they just gave up. Because those water scenes, bro, they just looked like shit. They were very uninspired. Those water sequences were very uninspired. I'm like, holy shit, man. Poor James
yeah.
Wan, bro. Like he had to fucking go through that bullshit.
And I was banking on it, man. Like, and I really had a change of heart watching it again. I was like, I was really nice with this shit, but watching it today, I was like, this is. I mean, the movie, like, there's certain parts that look really great, like when Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson are in like the forest and they're eating bugs and shit like that. That looks cool, but I don't know, man. I like the first one a lot better. I like the first one a lot better, but I like the Black Manta shit much better in part two. But I don't know, man. It's just a little too fucking goofy. That's why I'm like kind of nervous for where DC is going because Blue Beetle. I didn't hate Blue Beetle, but it's very it's really kid friendly. It's really kid friendly, and I like DC because it was dark. Like I went back and watched like Batman Returns and some older DC shit, and I'm like, this is what the fuck I want. Like everybody hates Zack Snyder, but I love the tone of his shit. And it
Yeah.
wasn't until we got Wonder Woman, shit start getting all Crayola. Like they start getting into Joel Schumacher territory
I
with this
think
shit.
84 really does like hamper the tone of Wonder Woman, especially since 84 didn't really have clear, concise rules.
Like, oh man, listen,
Max
DC.
says, Max says, got to get this guy on the podcast sometime. He's dope. So that's an
Who, me?
invitation, bro. You gotta jump on that Galaxy
Oh,
of Film
me?
podcast. Yeah, you.
Oh, is that an invitation? Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm a geek. I'm just a big ass geek, man. I could talk this movie shit all day, all night. So no, I appreciate that though, man. Thank you. Um, I just the DC though, man. You know what? I am looking forward to Brave and the Bold because if Andy Muschietti, if Andy Muschietti's got a Batman movie under his belt, and the shit that he did with Batman in the Flash movie, I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. And Swamp Thing, that's probably what I'm looking forward to. Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing has to happen. They said James Mangold is going to do it, but I'm like, okay, James Mangold, he did as long as it's not like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, I'm cool with that. I'm cool because that was just.
Pickell Meyer says ready for that Batman 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been ready for it honestly, but get all that Two-Face shit. Get that shit out of here, man. I don't want to keep seeing the same villains over and over. Like I'm sick of that shit. I'm tired. I'm tired of. Yeah, let's remake the Joker again. Even though that Joker that they took out of it, Barry Keoghan, was a
He might be
crazy.
solid. Yeah.
Man, I was surprised. I was surprised at how good he was in that deleted scene.
Max says, you know what's hilarious looking back on it? Black Adam. The Rock taking over WB. Black Adam getting the slow The slow, no dramatic breakout scene. Damn, Kanye playing in the back while Black Adam is whooping ass.
Black Adam. It just like oh my god, man, I hate that the Rock. Like, can you just be, I've said this before, bro. Can you just be a bad guy and that's not compromised? Like, be a bad guy that I don't want your fucking like your sympathetic backstory. I don't want to feel bad for you. Like, he's always got to be this compromised bad guy with Faster, with Black Adam, even with fucking Doom. Like, Doom, he didn't start off as a bad guy. He just slowly lost his mind and then got possessed or some shit. I'm tired of it. Be a straightforward fucking bad guy with no catch, like no strings attached, man. Just like Black Adam. It's like, okay, you're anti-hero, but you're gonna get in cool with the kid. You don't want to, but it's kind of like, you are like a surrogate big brother to this kid who's pissing you off, and you're gonna do the right thing at the end of the day. It's just like, god damn, can we get like this? Is why I want The Rock. I know you're not a fan of this, bro. This is why I want The Rock to be Terminator.
Whoa! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I know you hate it, man, but
What? I would actually prefer The Rock being Kratos before the term. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, no.
Kratos.
You know who I would want to see as the Terminator? Real shit. Dave Bautista.
Ooh, I like it.
That's what
I
I want to
like
see.
it.
That's what
I
I want to see.
like it. Dave Bautista, which it'll be a switch for me because I am used to Dave Bautista as far as like his charisma on screen, his emotion on screen. He's getting up there, bro. Like I don't know if you like Army of the Dead or not, but he kind of brings it in
I
Army
like
of the
that.
Dead with the emotional shit. And Knock at the Cabin, I don't like that fucking movie. I thought it was a weak ass movie with a weak ass twist and some
But
confusing shit. But he is the
his
highlight of
performance.
that. And oh my god, man, he is fan fucking tastic in that movie, man. He is I Max, I agree. 200%. He is the best. And I used to say it was The Rock because I used to think The Rock was very charismatic and charming on screen until I started getting like really attached to Dave Bautista. And he is the best wrestler turned actor. And it's kind of a low bar. I mean, because who do we got? You got The Rock, you got Dave Bautista, you got Roman Reigns, who's kind of getting up there. You got John Cena, who grew on me. John Cena definitely grew on me as far as like comedy and shit. Who else? Stone Cold. What the fuck is Stone Cold?
Stone Cold had his moment, but he wants to be a podcaster now and drink beer, so
Stone,
he's good.
Stone Cold was in The Condemned and fucking Grown Ups 2. And I'll go back and watch The Condemned and enjoy it before I give Grown Ups 2 more credit than Hulk Hogan. Okay, Hulk Hogan's one. Uh, oh man, does Ronda Rousey count? She wasn't a wrestler.
God.
She was a fucking MMA fighter.
Well,
I mean,
does count because Gina Carano counts also.
Yep, Gina Carano, and she was fire in Haywire. I loved her in that shit. Does Sunny does Sunny count because she's probably gonna be making her own movies in prison at some point because she's down for the count. Yeah, that was ill timed. I know. I'm sorry. I'm still upset by that. I used to have the biggest fucking crush on Sunny. Listen, I was very pissed off. I'm so disappointed in her. I am so disappointed in her.
Oh, shit. Yo, that caught me off guard. It took me a minute, and I'm like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah, because Sunny had porn out and everything, man. And I used to listen, USA, WWF, Saturday mornings. I used to love her. Sunny, Sable, Marlena. I like they had the baddest like wrestler chicks ever. And then Sunny just, I don't know if did she kill somebody?
Yeah,
I know she got
driver.
like a
DUI and
stupid as shit.
Mr. Max said, "Does Mr. T even act anymore?" No, he does not act anymore. He's retired from acting. Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Predator. I feel like that's another another wrestler that was just way ahead of its time. Because I think Jesse Ventura could have been a big fucking movie star had he stuck with it.
Was he the guy that was like chewing the
The chew?
gum or like chewing
Yeah,
tobacco
like
in
I've got
okay, yeah,
time to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
bleed.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was also
Oh,
Mr.
yo,
What?
oh shit. I forgot Mr. T was in Not Another Teen Movie. That was his
Get the fuck
breakthrough role right
out of
there.
here.
He was the wise janitor. He was the dude that was telling he was he was he was talking to Chris Evans. He's like, look, man, you got to do what you got to do, and all this other shit. When he was like playing football or something, he gave him advice that got the one kid killed. He got ripped in half or some shit like that. Damn, Not Another Teen Movie. That was actually that's another episode we got to do in the near future, man. Is we got to talk about like the best spoof movies. Like, what are the top 5 or 10 spoof movies of all time?
Mm,
It's a
yeah.
low bar now because we haven't gotten a really good, like, I don't know. You got it's different eras. Like, you had the Zucker brothers, you had Mel Brooks spoof movies, you had the Wayans. Then I feel like when Freeberg and Seltzer took over,
Yeah,
it was a dark moment. It
yeah,
was
it
it
was.
was dark fucking days,
You
man.
know,
It was just bad.
you know what spoof does not get enough credit though? High School High with John Lovitz.
John, yo, because for one, you got John Lovitz, Louise Fletcher, Tia Carrera, who is just magnifique. God
Yeah, it's
damn,
like
man.
it was a spoof on Dangerous Minds and 187.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm about to look I'm about to look this cast up now. Like, High School High was funny as shit.
It
This was
was.
Hart Bachner directed this from fucking Die Hard? Yo, listen, man.
Nah, fuck out of
No,
here.
no bullshit, bro. Look it up now. Like, it says director Hart fucking Bachner from Die Hard. He was the killer in Urban Legends Final Cut. Like, stop. The more I wish we had like when the show really gets popping and we get like some proper funding and sponsors. We need a button that has the more you know sign pop up and shit for moments like these, man. God
You know what? I
damn.
might add that. I might add that if I can
Yo,
find the.
I never knew he was a director. I never knew that. And this cast, like John Neville, like, you got John Neville to be in a spoof movie. Brian Hooks was in here. Um,
Oh, he was in
Natasha
Taylor?
Gregson. Who's that? Hart Bachner? Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
he's a guy. He's a guy Jamie Lee Curtis is talking to outside the train when she's like, Kenny Hampson, we fucked him up, or whatever she's saying to him. When the train stops, and I think they realize somebody on the train got killed. I was about to say they should remake Terror Train, but they already did. They made 2 of them straight for Tubi.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say that too. Straight to fucking TV.
God damn. Ooh, we. Oh man, I didn't even watch the second one because the first one I said they just didn't care. They didn't even try. Like, when My Bloody Valentine 3D is better than the Terror Train remake, something wrong. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Max says, oh wait, Mr. T doesn't wrestle or box, bro. I was literally thinking of Clever Lane, my stoned ass.
Nice.
My first short film was a spoof film. Gotta
Was
respect
was
them.
this? Oh, was it? Nice, man. Like, honestly, I've always found that like comedy is so fucking hard to write. I'm like a horror dude, but like I be telling people, they'd be like, "Well, you can write anything." No, like, I think comedy, like making people laugh, is a fucking, like,
It's a
such a
skill.
gem. Yeah, such a skill. Like, it's such a gem of a talent. Unless you are Freeberg and Seltzer. In that case, then you just, I don't know what the fuck
Throw
you're doing.
everything
And
at
it's
the
not
wall
like,
and see what sticks.
let me not talk about, because Freeberg and Seltzer, they were cool when they were working with the Wayans brothers. Like, they were writers on like Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2. I don't know if they wrote any of the Haunted House movies. I don't think they wrote the Haunted House movies. But then when they start doing like what, Date Movie and Epic Movie and Meet the Spartans, I'm like, what the fuck is this nonsense? Bad.
Now they're
It's
just
all,
cashing in.
yeah, it's terrible. Like, when not another teen movie is funnier than anything Freeberg and Seltzer have done on their own. I just got a notification. Somebody said that Bambi the Reckoning has wrapped filming, for all you people out there who are really looking forward to
Okay,
Bambi the
okay. You
Reckoning.
know, this was something
You
that
about to go in.
I was.
You about to go in. Go ahead.
Yo, you know what, dude? This public domain bullshit, dude, needs to stop. It needs to stop. Like, seriously, you're taking the fucking idea, these kernels of idea, and just making it a horror movie. You need to fucking stop doing that bullshit. We have Pinocchio. We have Steamboat Willie now. We have 2 Mickey Mouse fucking horror movies now, thanks to you motherfuckers.
And a video game.
And a video
And a
game.
video game.
And we have a sequel to Winnie the Pooh. Like, dude, come on. Like, I honestly like being as a writer.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah, you
And
know what, dude? Like, that's some bullshit, bro. Like, seriously, y'all
Three
motherfuckers
Blind
need to
Mice.
stop. Like, look, man, Winnie the Pooh was trash and it was sleazy, but I enjoyed it because it was trashy and sleazy. Like, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But like all these other ones, like, dude, stop it. Just stop. Just stop, please. Just stop it, dude. Just do what Lucio Fulci did in the 80s and put a dude in a Donald Duck mask and have him go kill hookers. That's it. You don't even have to say that he's Donald Duck.
Look, man, I could see if they were getting if they were taking all liberties and getting super dumb creative with it, I'd be fine with it. But this is about to be the laziest trend, bro. It's not gonna be good. And I did tell somebody, I'm not gonna lie. I told somebody on Facebook the other day, he had a bunch of set photos or production stills for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. And I said, I don't know why. I hated that first one. I feel like I'm gonna cave in and watch the second one. I don't know, because if y'all had more money,
have a little bit more money, and
a little bit more money,
looks
yeah,
a lot better.
yeah,
He actually looks like a fucking bear. He doesn't look like some dude in a mask anymore.
Yeah, yep, exactly. And Tigger, I was like, kind of looks badass a little bit. I said, all right. I said, I feel like I'm going to cave in and give this a chance. But all that other shit, like I even put on I remember wanting to watch the fucking they did a Three Blind Mice thing where they're just like these deformed creatures and it's like some Hills Have Eyes shit. And my girl's like, turn this shit fuck. She's like, don't watch this bullshit. Turn this shit fuck off. But I'll be trying, man. I'll be trying to give it a chance, but it's about to be all bad. And plus, we already got Pinocchio. We got Pinocchio's Revenge back in the 90s. I'm cool off that Pinocchio shit.
And even Max himself is going the fuck in. Says, bro, don't kill my Batman 2035 script. Peter Pan, which is another one, is going into public domain. The strikes were low-key a great thing for indie filmmaking during this time, but these public domain flicks are going to kill indie filmmaking in a few years, dead ass. I mean, that's one of the things that I feel like that I was getting at, because they all are taking these IPs and then they want to make them into these little indie franchises now, and they're not even going to put any real money behind them or any real thought or any real skill or craft behind these movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the Winnie the Pooh idea came out, I actually went on TikTok and said, like, this would be my idea, was to make Christopher Robin and have Winnie the Pooh be his imaginary friend, and Christopher Robin going out, you know, committing murders, but dressed as a bear because Winnie the Pooh told him to. You know what I mean? Like that.
Which probably would have been a much better movie, honestly, because that shit, like, I wanted to like the first one, but then like it was just like in the beginning, like I was looking at the design of the forest and I was like, okay, this could be something. Like we could go get into Sleepy Hollow atmospheric territory, but nah, the shit just swan dives after that. And then they had the balls to rip off the town mob kill sequence in Halloween Kills at the end when he just slaughters all of those dudes near the cars. I'm like, fuck y'all. Fuck.
But see, to me, that it ends. You ever watch Hatchet? Because it ends just like Hatchet.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like the cut to black, like boom, and it sets you up for the sequel. I don't know. I am gonna go see Winnie the Pooh 2. I am, because I already saw the first one and I did enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. But the Steamboat Willie one, that looks like shit.
Nah.
It's literally a dude in a fucking Mickey Mouse mask who is killing teenagers staying at Disneyland. Like, that's what the movie is.
Did you see that trailer for the one Mickey Mouse movie where they had the balls to bite that line from Scream, and the one dude's leaving, he's like, the one dude, and they didn't even say it right. Like, they didn't even say it word for word, and I'm glad they didn't, but the one dude's like, yeah, I'll be right back. And he's like, you never say you don't be right back, because then you don't. I'm just like, what? Yo, man, listen. They just be giving money to anybody out here to get these movies made, man.
Yo, you know what,
Like
dude? Give us money so we can make our Rome movie. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like, can we get like
That's a
we not
hint,
asking for
Romero.
millions
That's a
of.
hint.
I know. God damn.
That's a hint.
This dude, listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. Johnny's got me like I've never read for a movie or a script, and this motherfucker here tailor made this fucking script like for me and him and the other and the other characters. But there's a lot of me that he put in this script, and it's a lot of
Well,
pressure.
the
It's a
movie's
lot
called
of
Rome,
pressure,
dude.
people.
Like, yeah, it is about.
Somebody's gonna be like, so what's this about? I'm just gonna look at him like, fuck. Yeah, I know.
You know,
I know. I'm
this is
gonna
part of the trilogy that I'm trying to make. You know, Rome, East Spookies, and then Date Night. Like, that's the trilogy. So I'm trying to make this happen,
East
bro. East
Spookies? Like the
Spookies. So
Spookies,
it's gonna be
like the
from my
80s, like the
my
80s
point of
movie
view,
Spookies?
huh?
Like the 80s movie The Spookies?
No,
Are we
well,
remaking that?
no. So the other side of the phone call is from my perspective. So East Spookies is going to be from my
Oh,
perspective. The shit that went on in the cabin,
I get it.
and
I get it. That's
then Date
so
Night is going to
you're
be
trying to
the
create your
dude.
own universe.
Yeah, and Date Night is going to be the dude that texted me say, "Hey, I can't show up," and then he's in some shit.
You know, you just motivated me, sir. You just motivated me, sir. I like a universe. I know people are like, well, everything's got to be a universe now, but if you connect the dots, right, that's fucking fire, though. Like three different perspectives that
Hmm.
aren't just one. That aren't just because normally people would put all of that in one movie, like they would have it first, second, third act, but you got like three separate fucking ideas. All right, yeah, I'm
But
gonna
I
get my
can,
shit together,
but
everybody.
if I could edit it and then make it into a feature and send
You would put
it off to the
all
film
three of
festivals,
them together.
yeah, if we could do
Listen,
that
oh,
somehow.
we might listen. We might. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket here, but I don't know if I can listen. All right, I'm not gonna say we got a film festival plug, but this guy I know, shout out Nick Petros, man. They sent me a screener for this short film that they did. That's going to the film festival in March, I think. And when I sent the commentary to him, he sent it to the director and the director's wife who wrote it, and they gave me like a Q&A, like live stream Zoom thing. And I don't know what the follow up is going to be like, but they got all the film festival plugs. So I don't know. I might have to. Yeah, we might have to get this ball rolling.
Yes.
I got to do my part though. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, well, we got it. No, I gotta stop bitching, and I gotta read this shit again because I peeked at it. Like I peeked at it. I remember when you were like, "Yo, so we going through the stream and pick a day." I was like, "Yeah," but then I even told my sister, I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Johnny wants he wants to do like a read through." I said, "I've never fucking done this before. Like that's my boy. Like I talk to this dude all the time. We do a show together." But I was like, I'm nervous. Like I'm actually reading for something. That shit is not. It's not easy. Like even when I wrote my own shit, like I can't read my own lines. Like it's hard to read lines that are for you. I don't know. I'll stop bitching, everybody. I promise.
Let's see.
I promise.
Max went in again. He says big studios took a big hit to have their multi-million-dollar properties taken out from under them, and unfortunately, they're shit. Hell yeah, bro. We got blood and honey to follow up on the podcast. You bet your ass I'm gonna guilt you into it. Yes. Iggy, bro, Galaxy of Film is going to be calling once we get some investors. All right. Hell yeah, dude.
Nice. Nice.
I'll hold you to that,
Listen, that
Max.
is a
We need to make this happen.
you
Got to
know
make
what is
Rome
public
happen.
domain? You know what's public domain that I'm about to start writing myself? I actually started writing it years back, but just never like I had like the whole probably first act mapped out. Night of the Living Dead is public domain, and I know the original is the GOAT for me. The remake is one of the best remakes ever. But every other remake after that. And we were
Yeah,
supposed to get another remake of Night of the Living Dead. Vivica Fox was going to be in it, and I was like, I love Vivica Fox, but her track record with horror movies has not been
her
that good over the years.
track record
Then
period has not been good. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. After the '90s,
I did.
she fell off. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest here.
I mean, she was in Two Can Play That Game in the 2000s, and she was yeah. I'm about to do the same thing you doing because I already know what you're doing. You Katt Williams right now. You like I need these receipts. I need these receipts. What
I
was
mean,
her track
look at this.
record?
Look at this run that she was on. Independence Day, Set It Off, Booty Call, Soul Food, Kill Bill,
Fine as fucking all the movies you naming. God damn.
and then she
Uh,
does Joanna Man, and then falls off a fucking cliff.
really?
Yeah,
And she was in Batman. She was in Batman and Robin. Let's not forget, which was an amazing film, by the way. Amazing
she's in
movie.
Sharknado.
Batman and Robin is one
She
of the
was in
greatest.
Idle Hands.
Oh,
In
she
that's that little run that she
in
was
Idle
on.
Hands. That was '99. Yeah, Idle Hands was '99. I loved her in that movie. That's one of Idle Hands, man. If anybody out there that's watching, if y'all have not seen Idle Hands, please do yourself a favor and watch it. It is horror, it is humor, it is practical and CG blend. It's a
I've
cast of
never seen
familiar
that
faces.
movie, bro. Never. And I've never seen it because I always thought it was just going to be stupid.
It is everything and more, yo. And this is that, like, I'm not going to sit up here in front like I don't listen to rock music because I do, but this movie soundtrack is so fucking fire. You got Rob Zombie on the soundtrack, The Offspring. It made me a fan of The Offspring. And the cast, you got Jack Noseworthy, Devin Sawa, Seth Green, Eldon Hansen, Jessica Alba, fucking Vivica Fox is in it. What's my man's name who was in he was in Harold and Kumar, and he spills the coffee on his lap, and Kumar's like on the phone, like wiping his lap and shit. I forgot. This is not Fred Ward. Fred something. I don't know. He's the guy in How High he's the dean of admissions. He's in there.
Fred Willard. You were
That's him.
right.
That's him. Sean Whalen from People Under the Stairs is in that shit. The dude that played Vinny from Sometimes They Come Back is in there. They both play cops, like these asshole cops who were pussies in high school. But it is like
Rob Zombie, Robert Englund, Kane Harder. What?
Wait, what movie? You talking about Idle Hands?
Yeah, they're credited as cast.
You lie.
Swear to God.
Hold.
Unless they're like dressed up as something else, but they're credited as cast.
I'm wondering where the fuck they are. Listen, I don't know. In all my years, I have never seen.
Unless
Are you looking at the right Idle Hands? Are you looking at the right Idle Hands?
Yeah. 1999, right here. Seth Green.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba, Eldon Henson, Jack
And Christopher Hart. When it's not really a spoiler because it's in all the trailers, but at some point they do the whole Evil Dead thing where his hand gets loose. Christopher Hart is the hand actor, same hand actor from the Addams Family. So he's doing his thing. But I'm telling you, man, when that hand gets loose, it turns into a whole different movie, man. I'm telling you, it is a stoner comedy. It's a horror comedy. It's a zombie comedy too, because some people die and they come back. I won't spoil anything, but it is wild. And it's one of those movies that they do the practical and CG, and it's a beautiful fucking movie too, man. The cinematography looks great. It looks really, really good.
This is the same guy that directed Leprechaun 2.
Is it really?
And Connoisseurs 2 and 3. Oh no!
I was about to say,
he worked on it.
Actually love.
He worked on it. He worked on it.
I'm sorry. I might be alone, but I just watched Carnosaur 2 a couple nights ago. And that's one of my favorite bad movies because they don't give a fuck about ripping off Alien. They just do it right in front of everybody's face. They don't give a goddamn.
Oh, there's a movie, bro, from Italy. It's called Shocking Dark. It's literally Terminator 2 and Aliens.
And they didn't get sued for that shit?
They did
James,
because you know what they did? In Italy, they called it the Terminator 2.
no fucks given at all. No,
Holy
like,
shit!
come on, man.
This guy Robin Flender, his nephew is Timothy Chalamet.
Wonka? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, the guy that
a
directed
small
Idle Hands,
world.
his nephew is Timothy Chalamet.
And his nephew can, like, he's probably looking at him like, oh, how does it feel for me to have a bigger career than you right now in just 2 days? I almost watched they put Wonka on digital. I almost watched it, but and my daughter didn't even care to see that shit. I was like, you want to watch? Well, she's like, nah. She's like, I'm good, Dad. Oh, this
Damn.
director also he also did one episode of Dawson's Creek.
My
So
God.
for all you Dawson's, don't do that, man. That was one of the most important shows of all fucking time, man. I love that fucking show. That shit got so messy after a while. So messy, man. That
This guy directed
motherfucker damn sure
Young
did.
Born also. Young Born is a
Yeah,
fucking fire movie, dude.
he damn sure did do Leprechaun 2. Leprechaun 2 isn't terrible. It's just, I
I
don't
actually
know.
like Leprechaun 2 over the first one.
For real, I
Yeah.
haven't. I
That
remember,
fan
like,
scene,
obvious.
bro, still gets me to this day, bro.
Which one?
The fan scene in Leprechaun 2?
Oh, with the like the like, it's
Yeah,
like a steel fan, lawnmower blades looking
yeah.
shit. Yeah, that was because honestly, I used to have, like, when I was a kid and saw that, I used to have the biggest crush on that chick because she was the babysitter. She was the babysitter in Ghost in the Machine. She's the chick that flashes, like, kind of flashes her titties for like some couple dollars or some shit like that. What a whore! What a whore! That's no diss to the actress, man. Like, what's her name? Siobhan Durkin.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah,
he directed the OC.
I
Five,
tried to watch it because
five.
Melinda Clark was in the
Millennium.
OC. That's the only reason I tried to watch it, but I couldn't stick
He
with
did
it. Melinda Clark,
two
we need you
episodes
on
of
the show too.
he directed 2 episodes of Tales from the Crypt. Also,
Nice.
which episode? I'm curious. Food for thought and 99 and 44, 100% pure horror. So 5 and 6. I'm gonna go look for those episodes. Okay, so
I forgot just how many fucking Leprechaun movies there were.
well,
God damn.
I know for a fact that you are not waiting for any new Leprechaun movies, but it is 2024. So what are the movies that you are waiting for this year?
That was a clever segue,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. I got there. I got there.
um how many do you have on your list?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9.
Okay, I don't feel too bad. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 11.
Got 11.
I've got quite a few. I feel like some of these we might be on the same page about.
I don't have any Marvel movies on my list, so there are no superhero movies on my list.
None. I've got
None.
I've got I've got two superhero movies on my list. If you can count them as superhero movies, and I actually realized that I forgot one on my list. But the first one, I don't want to leave anybody in suspense for the people that actually give a shit. The first one, my most anticipated for 2024 is I'm looking at the subtitle, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. Sue me.
Yeah.
Sue me, people. The last one, first of all, I love Ghostbusters. I wouldn't put it in like my top 10 movies of all time. The second one I favor over the first one. It's just more nostalgia. That 2016 version, unnecessary, but nowhere near as bad as everybody made it out to be. Plus, that chick, who I don't know the actress' name with the glasses, she was basically the female Egon. She was the best part of the movie for me.
Yeah.
Not Kristen Wiig, but the other chick. But Afterlife, I talked a lot of shit about Afterlife. A lot. I said I don't want to see Ghostbusters Jr. I can just watch Stranger Things instead. Saw Ghostbusters Afterlife. Never thought I would cry watching a fucking Ghostbusters movie ever. As a grown ass man, but when they brought my boy Egon in there, I said, yeah, I don't know how we're gonna move forward, but if you are gonna take a risk and try to top Afterlife, how good of a legacy sequel that shit was, I'm down for it. And the trailer, like normally I'm like, yeah, take us out of New York. We've seen New York in every movie, but they're going back home. They're going back home to the point where the director said that there's a reason Slimer wasn't in the last one because it's a different area. Different areas have different ghosts, and it's the new ghost that's popping up. The OG Ghostbusters are back. I don't want them to put Egon in this movie. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. I feel like if his spirit, if you move a chess piece or some shit, cool. If you slide a fucking nickel up the door on some Patrick Swayze shit, that's fine. But don't put Egon in the movie. I feel like this is going to take away everything that his that his role was in the last one. But I'm cool with Ghostbusters Jr. now. I like the kids. The mom and Paul Rudd got their thing going on. They're bringing the other girl back, who was kind of sweet on the dude from Stranger Things. I don't know about the new cast members though. Like what's his name? Not Oliver Platt. Patton Oswalt. What the fuck is he doing in a Ghostbusters movie? Like I just feel like
Patton Oswalt for a long time though.
Okay, so it's a passion project, and the director probably was like, oh my god, man, he won't stop calling. Let's just answer the phone, man. It's Patton again. But I feel like he's going to get on my nerves because I think of when he was in Blade Trinity. I couldn't deal with him in that movie. But yeah, that's my first one, most anticipated is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Okay, mine is actually a movie they shot in secret, and no one knows when the fuck it's coming out except for this year. And we talked about it on the show, and we're kind of skeptical. And it is the remake of The Crow.
Oh my god! Did I put that on my? I didn't even put.
I don't blame you because that movie's not even registered on the list. But according to Wikipedia and everything else, 2024 October is like the date. It is like that's the time frame. I'm very curious to see what they do with this movie. Honestly, I'm very curious, and it's one of my anticipated movies because all the shit they say is, oh, this is the antithesis of a Marvel movie. Okay, well let's see. Nothing will ever touch the original. Nothing. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm very curious to see what Skarsgård is going to do, especially since Lionsgate has just released another movie with him where he's bulked the fuck up and he's doing his own kung fu stunts. So I'm like, okay, let's see what goes on here. So that's one of my most anticipated movies is The Crow.
Rightfully so, though. It's two things I'm worried about with The Crow. I'm worried about I'm tired of seeing Danny Houston as a fucking villain. Like I'm sick of it. Like 30 Days a Night, I'm cool with you just being that villain, but then it's the number 23 and X-Men Origins. Like I'm sick and tired of seeing Danny Houston as a fucking villain. It's going to start to get cookie cutter if they keep typecasting him like that. But I'm worried about him as a villain. And I'm worried about the cast of like Skarsgård. I've said this plenty of times. I'm not worried about Bill Skarsgård. I think he's going to do a fantastic fucking job as Eric Draven. We've already seen him behind makeup before. He's just playing a more tragic figure, I guess. And everybody out there, like we're going to make comparisons like naturally to the original, but it's never going to be that. We got to get that shit out of our heads. It's never, like you said, nothing is going to. I don't care how dated the green screen or whatever may look, nothing is ever going to touch that fucking that first movie ever. They've tried it, they failed, but no, I'm glad this was at least on your list because I think like I want this to be good. I want it to be good
Me
because
too.
it's like Jason Momoa dropped out of the project, Bradley
Jack
Cooper dropped out
Houston.
of the project, Jack Houston, Luke Evans, everybody was dropping out of the project. Even directors dropped out of it. Rob Zombie was supposed to do a Crow movie at some
Dude,
point.
oh
And
my god, dude, that would have been a fucking awesome one if I don't know why I didn't think about that. Rob,
listen,
Rob Zombie direct a Crow movie. What if? Holy
he
shit.
was going to do it. It was going to be like the Crow 2037 or something like that. And he said, if you got to watch, I think it was either Joe Rogan or Howard Stern, where he was talking about what the studio wanted. And he said that every time the studio would come to him, they would be, he said that, yeah, Starship Troopers is a big movie right now. So let's find a way to put giant bugs in this Crow movie. And he's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, this studio involvement, man, the fucking Weinsteins. They
Yeah.
just they just fuck everybody over, literally, figuratively, whatever the fucking case may be, man. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them all.
So what's your next one?
My next one for most anticipated of 2024 is going to be Godzilla and Kong. Not Godzilla versus Kong. It's Godzilla X Kong. They wanted to make it fancy. The new Empire. Again, this is one of those things where I knew Godzilla versus Kong was going to be fire. I knew they were going to have a moment where it's like they were going to fight at least twice. Then it was going to be like, okay, let's put our differences aside because it's a bigger threat. And they were going to whoop whatever the threat's ass was, and that was Mechagodzilla. Beat the brakes off of that motherfucker. It took two of them to do it, but they got it done. I want to see what a threat this new dude is. Like this new ape, I'm kind of mad that it's an ape because I don't want the Marvel shit. Like let's not keep doing. Oh, this is just the evil version of King Kong, whatever. But I want to
It's
see what the
fucking when when I saw that trailer, I was like, dude, it's fucking Cuba.
yeah it's like come on man. Like we're doing these mirror matches for Mortal Kombat. I'm tired of it, but I'm like okay. And it's another movie where I know exactly what I'm going into it for. I'm not going into it for the human performances, but if they're good, that's a bonus. I'm going into it for the spectacle. I'm going into it for a monster mash. Um, does the trailer look better than the last movie? Not yet. But that fucking Infinity Gauntlet or whatever it is that Kong's
Yeah,
got when he's coming out the ground and they're running side by side, I said yeah. I said okay, yeah. And I like that there's with the human characters, there's like this civilization that they stumble across, and they're walking up like what looks like pyramid steps that are lit up or something. But you look in the background and you see the natives have got like spears on them. That shit reminds me of like the original King Kong versus Godzilla, where the human characters they were on this island. And the natives were all on their asses because they didn't know, they were foreigners to them. So I want to see what they do with that shit. But spectacle wise, yeah, I want that to be my creature feature for this year. So Kong and Godzilla. Plus, it's I don't know how this is going to open up the door for more like verses or mashup movies, but I don't know. Maybe this will inspire people to do another AVP movie. Maybe I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna
hopefully,
get that lucky though. I don't know if I'm gonna get that
hopefully.
lucky. Just keep Paul W.S. Anderson the fuck away from it if they do another one. I don't think he was not the guy for
No,
the job.
no, he was not. He was not. My next one is the Resident Evil documentary, featuring the George A. Romero unfinished script or unfinished movie, unproduced movie.
Fuck you! Fuck you! I forgot about that shit too.
What are you doing, bro?
God
Come on.
damn, man! Oh my god, I forgot all about that shit.
Yeah,
Oh god, that's coming out this year.
that's this year. No release date or nothing, but
Oh,
it did say 2024. Especially if you look at the teaser trailer, it says 2024
oh, I
sometime.
can't,
So hopefully
I can't fucking wait.
this movie does get released
Oh my
in time for October,
god,
because we got to know as fans what the fuck happened. Like
yeah,
why? Like we've heard the
yep.
rumors. We need to get the story from the cast, from the producers, everyone. So now we're gonna find out why the Resident Evil movie by George A. Romero was never made.
I cannot fucking wait because I remember. Do you remember George A. Romero did a trailer for Resident Evil 2, like the
Yeah,
game
the
back in the
video game.
day?
Yeah,
Ever since then, and I remember they used to talk about it. I think they used to talk about it. Now, people out there could correct me if I'm wrong. Like, they used to talk about how he was going to do the movie in the Game Informer magazines or something like that. I feel like it was an article in one of the Game Informer magazines that talked about that. And I like, come on, man. Like, people out there that know me know how I feel about George Romero and what he did for the zombie genre. But his Resident Evil, have you read the script for
No,
his Resident Evil movie?
I read the script.
He had everything in there. Like, all the shit that came in the later movies, he had the dogs, he had the
Spiders.
zombies, he had the spiders, he had the tyrants, he had the birds, he had everything in that shit. I just want to know, like, how much action and, like, what's the balance of action and horror
Yeah.
he was going to put into that movie. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait till that shit comes out. I forgot all about it until you said something. Bam.
Yeah, so that documentary is coming out sometime this year, hopefully for October, November. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we get to see that documentary
Man,
this year.
yes. I'm all for it. I am so for it. God damn, man, you always got something on the list, that one or two on the list that I just completely fucking forgot about. This is the shit that he does, people. This is the shit that he does.
I mean, I gotta keep you on your toes. All right, what's next on your list? What's another movie that's on your anticipated?
All right, my next. God damn, man, that last one of yours just make me. I'm like, yeah, whatever. This next one is that. But no, the next one on my list is one that I did not think was going to make my list at all, and that's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That's on my list too.
Okay, cool. So we can get into that then. To follow up a trilogy that people say is damn near perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it is one of the best trilogies in recent years. To do a follow up to that is, again, it's a ballsy move, but I had to keep in mind, and I remember doing a video on TikTok, and I was looking at people's reactions to it. I didn't do a trailer reaction, but I said everybody needs to calm down, because we got to keep in mind there was 5 Planet Apes movies back in the day with Charlton Heston. We got to keep in mind. People got to keep in mind the trilogy we got. Those are prequels. This movie that's coming, this is really where the Planet of the Apes franchise started back in the day.
Yeah.
The apes could communicate. They had everything. They set up shop. The humans were in danger. Like, there's a shot in the trailer where there's an ape on a horse, hunting them down, wrangling them up like cattle. And I'm like, okay, this looks like it could be fire. I did want Matt Reeves to come back. I forgot who the director is. I'm about to look it up now, but I said this trailer, it looks like it looks like all the continuity is there. So I'm on board with it. I'm on board with the shits.
Yeah, I was skeptical about the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Also, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, do we really need another Planet of the Apes movie? Especially since I wasn't a fan of the third one. I wasn't a fan of the third one because I just didn't like how it ended. I didn't like how it ended. I felt like it ended on a whimper. Like, I felt like, that's it? Really? That's kind of dumb. Like, that's pretty stupid.
Underwhelming.
That's like very War of the World-ish. You know what I mean? Like that Tom Cruise movie, how the aliens just couldn't stand the air and they all just died out. I felt like it was built up to be this explosive climax, and it wasn't that. So,
oh my God. They're coming for you after that.
I know, right?
They are coming for you, man.
But I am curious to see what they do with this iteration of Kingdom, and how we follow this new protagonist throughout this new trilogy. So we'll see how this goes. But this movie I think it got pushed up a week also, so from its Memorial Day. So this movie coming a week sooner rather than a week later.
And this shit, I did not know that this is like fucking 300 years after the last one.
Yeah, this is after Caesar.
So who I don't know. Oh, and William H. Macy's in here. I don't know if he needs much makeup. Is he a human character or is he an ape? I don't know, because William H. Macy. I've been watching a lot of Shameless, and he just.
I think he's the orangutan.
It makes sense.
And
They
he
probably just put him in. They put him in blackface. Like they put him in brown face. It was just like, William, you good, bro. Like, because William H
had
Macy's
the
got
orange
that type of
wig.
face, man. Yeah, with an orange beard. I'm telling you, like William H Macy's got one of them faces, man. Especially on Shameless. Now, the director, I did not know what his name was. Okay, he's the guy that did the Maze Runner movies. I haven't seen those though.
Yeah, I haven't seen those either. They're more catered to YA, so like young adults. So
Yeah,
like
nah,
Divergent,
I
like the
wasn't sold on
Divergent
them.
or like the 100 TV show.
Eh. Yeah, once I saw a mechanical, I saw like a couple minutes of it, and they had a mechanical spider somewhere in there. I said, "Nah, so I'm good. I'm all right. I don't need this in my life. I'm all right. It's not a big loss." All
All
right.
right.
So
My
yeah, so that was the first one we had on both of our lists. Is
Yeah,
Playmates.
I think this one might be on your list too, but I'm not so sure. But the next one, my most anticipated, is Terrifier 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's actually the last one on second to last on my list because I forgot. I was like, oh shit. It's like I can't forget that. So
Art the
yeah,
fucking Clown gonna ruin Christmas for everybody.
yes. Yeah. Oh man, like you know what I said when that teaser came out? I said, for like I thought Black Christmas 2006 was gross as fuck. That's why it's always got a special place in my heart. But I'm like, this Terrifier shit, like to follow up the second movie, which I've only seen twice for a reason. It's hard to watch. Not that it's bad, but you know what I'm talking about. That bedroom
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, that alley scene is rough,
Ooh,
bro.
the director said that scene they had to top that one. How? How do you do that? I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Do you think they're gonna kill that little girl?
Yeah, he does definitely. Yeah, yeah, he does. He
Oh
does.
my
It's like you ever
God,
see
man.
Bloody Christmas Bloodier or Christmas Bloody Christmas of what the T800 Santa Claus model
I didn't see the very end of it, but I got through probably like the first two acts
where
of
the
it.
Santa Claus
Um,
fucking stomps on that little kid's head.
he kills a little kid in that
Yeah.
movie. I gotta watch it again. It was like it was running thin for me after a while because I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so used to not a fucking robot Santa Claus. But no, it wasn't bad though. I did like it. I did like I liked
This
what I saw from it. I
one,
didn't know he stomped on that one. The one where the guy and the girl they kind of like sweet on each other. They're getting drunk at the bar. Santa Claus comes to life and
yeah,
starts just
yeah,
fucking shit
well,
up.
yeah. The next door neighbor, the little kid gets his fucking head pegged. Fucking oh, bad.
Yeah, Terrifier 3 was definitely on my list, but that shit's gonna make some waves. It's gonna be people in there like, I took my 6-year-old kid to see Terrifier 3 and there's blood in the movie. Oh my God. They're gonna be like, I'm going on CNN. It's like, stop
Yeah,
right there. You took your 6-year-old kid to see the fucking Terrifier. What's wrong with you, yo? These people kill me, man. We're not
I
boycotting
know.
that shit. I need that movie by all means.
Yeah, and it's going to be released in October. That's when it's going to be released. I can't wait and see what the fuck he does with the third one because how the second one ended and how that teaser started is going to be on some shit.
And it's playing by its own source material. There's not a comic book to be like, he can't do that. No, like, because at some point I was like, wait, that can't be right. And I'm like, nah, this is all original content. They could do whatever the fuck they want. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Art the Clown, how did he come back? Like, we got to understand, like, we in different territory now.
Wait, did you
Like,
did you see the post credit scene?
there's a post-credit scene.
Yeah, there's a post credit scene.
By the time it was over, I turned that shit off. I was like, oh, I
No,
fucking made it. Like,
it answers how he came back, bro.
oh my God. MB Mural said, I haven't seen that movie. Ooh, man.
Man, you in
Yeah,
for a surprise.
yes,
Watch that movie,
you
bro.
are. Yes, you
Watch
are. It
that
is not,
movie.
if uh,
Just make sure
depending
you
on what type
watch it
of
with just make sure the kids are not around.
none of them.
That's it.
If you have kids, please don't let them be present for when you watch that movie. It and also it depends on what type of horror fan you are. I grew up. I'm pretty sure Johnny saw it too back in the day. Like Dead Alive, like splatter horror, gore, just shit that is like triggering for nausea. That's the type of movie it is. But horror fans out there seem to love it. Like we love how they push the envelope with the shit. So that's why part 3 is on our list, man. I had almost forgot, but I said no. This is going to make up for, and no diss to David Howard Thornton. He was doing whatever he was supposed to do in the movie, The Mean One. But this is going to make up for that. What should have been a great Christmas horror movie. The Mean One I did not like. So if he came back to play a character that's much better in a movie that's better for the most part,
domain movie.
Yeah, and The Mean One was just bad. It was a terrible, terrible fucking movie. And I wasn't going in for good acting or nothing, but I'm just like, man. It's good to know. I'll watch it tonight alone. Yeah, you can watch it alone. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The first one, it's the only part that scared me is because of this, like a reoccurring nightmare where I can't get out of a building. And this girl goes into this building and just can't fucking find her way out. And I don't know what type of Scooby-Doo building she went into, but she goes in there and she just goes further and further and further into, even when she's running from Art the Clown. And that is like, that's nightmare fuel for me. That's the only reason it's scary. Plus I have a illegitimate fear of clowns. I said it. And fuck y'all for whoever laughed at it. Yes.
You have that phobia? No shit.
Low key, I am terrified of fucking clowns, bro. I am. And only certain clown movies do it. Like the old school, it scared me. The new one, not so much. But Art the Clown is creepy as fuck. That movie Clown, the Eli Roth produced movie, it's not really scary until he starts to transform.
Or like that scene when he took off the fucking red. Oh my god, dude. That was nuts. I have to go back and finish it because I turned it off right after that.
I wish it was way crazier, but it's not bad. It's not bad, man. It is fucked up, and I wish that they did more with that Chuck E. Cheese moment. That should have been like Piranha 3D bloodbath type of shit that they should have did, where the clown went to Chuck E. Cheese, but they weren't going to do that. They weren't ready for the boycotts and all of that shit.
They weren't ready for that shit. But yeah, man, that's interesting to know. I did not peg you for having a phobia of clowns. That's crazy, especially since all those people from Pennsylvania.
That was when they were doing that out here. I think that was like a couple years ago, man. I'm like, y'all are fucking in the way with this shit, man. They were tying balloons to sewer holes and shit, and people were really dressed like, I was like, we got enough fucking problems out here as is. I'm surprised them dudes didn't get shot out here dressing up like clowns, but I'm like, I had enough with that clown scare. It was all over the news. It was all over the news, in the papers, on social media, and I'm like,
Pennsylvania, Maryland, and in another state as well. I can't remember where, but Maryland and Pennsylvania were actually two of the states that were reported to have those creepy clown sightings. Here in California, someone tried to do that shit in San Francisco, and they ended up getting chased down the street.
Yeah, because it's like, if you don't get your ass out of here with that shit, yeah, man, no. Oh my god. Yeah.
So what's next on your list? So that's another one that's checked off.
Yeah. That's one. That's another one we both had on our list. I don't know if you have this one on here. I don't know too many people that have this on their list at all. Actually, my next one is Bad Boys 4.
I actually don't have it on my list.
They missed an opportunity to call this one Bad Boys for Life. Like, go figure, right? But
they still might. They might change it. So,
Bad Boys 4. This is how I feel about Bad Boys 4. Bad Boys 4. I personally, I don't need it. I don't. Part 3 was way better than it. Like, it could have been a flop. It could have been one of those movies where you waited too long and all you do is rely on the same old jokes and use them as a crutch to push the shit along. But nah, Bad Boys 3 wasn't as good as the second one. Because I always say, like, you're trying to follow up the Terminator 2 of the Bad Boys franchise. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about it. But Bad Boys for life was way better than it had any business being. I liked it. Even I thought the ammo editions was going to get on my nerves, but they were all badasses, every single one of them. But Bad Boys 4, I don't need it. So if it's not good, I'm not really going to be pissed off. But if it's good, great. But the biggest problem I got with Bad Boys 4 is not that we don't need it. It's the fact that they're replacing Teresa Randall with Tasha Smith as Teresa Burnett.
Crazy.
And I'm like, this is my thing, bro. Like,
it's like fucking Gary Hubert all over again.
That's what I was getting to. When you replace big name actors or actresses, okay, somebody told me online she wasn't in the first 3 movies a lot. Doesn't matter. She's in all 3 movies. They even got the same kids from the other movies. So to replace her with another actress, I would have just wrote her out of the script.
Back. They brought Reggie back.
They brought Reggie back in the last one, and you could have just wrote her out the script. Her and Little Marcus went on vacation. Nobody would have been pissed off about that. So to replace her with Tasha Smith ain't here for no bit role. She is not here to be quiet. She's not here to go and have a spa day. I feel like they're going to put her in the forefront and give her a lot of lines and a lot of loud shit to say. And I love Tasha Smith. I do. But I feel like they are going to put her in this movie in the forefront, and it's going to throw me off. Like, you did not need to recast her in the movie. I just don't think it was necessary to do that. Like, I'm cool with everything else surrounding it, but it's like when they fucking, when they put J.C. Brandy in Danielle Harris's spot, or when they fucking put Chris Conrad in Lyndon Ashby's spot in fucking Mortal Kombat Annihilation, like nobody would notice.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday night in Patricia Arquette's spot. Like, come on, man, you can't keep replacing these characters. That's why a lot of people just be like, oh, just recast them. Like, for a lot of fans, it's not that simple. Like, it fucks up continuity for me, because I'm gonna just look at you like you're a whole different character. Like, I don't know, but I am looking forward to it.
It's the same directors from
same directors from the last movie.
Yeah, I didn't like Bad Boys 2, honestly. I really didn't like Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, he said, MB Murals said, I enjoyed Bad Boys movies. The first one, for me, was the best, though. Yeah, I mean, like, look, the first one is epic. It's one of the best, buddy cop movies ever. And, the shit Michael Bay gave us Martin and Fresh Prince uncaged, unloaded and shit. I don't know, maybe it's the nostalgia for me. I went to the movies to see Bad Boys 2, and like that shit, I call it the Terminator 2 of the franchise, because those chase sequences, like, they are like drawn out, but it's always something happening. It's always something happening. It does get a little over the top at times, like with the morgue scene and the bodies falling off and the head spinning. But I don't know, man. That is how you do a sequel. Like, I think you up the ante, you raise the stakes. I just didn't really care for Gabrielle Union in it. I could have went without her whole, I'm a super spy, and I'm going to use my tits and ass to charm the dude who plays a villain in every movie and shit. That motherfucker plays a villain in every single movie he's in. That's the dude that was in Riddick, who gets his fucking he kicks the machete into his face.
Read the comment. Read the last comment, dude.
After Will Smith slapped to Chris Rock, I'm not excited to say, oh God. I am not one of those. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those people, man. Now, granted, I was all like when the slap happened, I did a whole episode about it the next morning, because I was in disbelief. And yeah, I was rooting for Will Smith, because I said, you can't keep fucking with somebody to the point where you push them over the edge, because you gonna fuck around and find out. But looking back on it, I wish I didn't make that episode, because I do feel bad that Chris Rock got humiliated, and it should have been like a different way for that to be handled. But Will Smith, I'm not one of the people that's going to cancel him out, because I feel like it's people in the industry that's done way worse. Like, yeah, it was fucked up, but Will Smith, he's a national treasure coming out of Philly. So I'm rooting for him. I wasn't rooting for him when he did that Slave movie, though. I feel like, you just won for King Richard. You're taking steps backwards now with this Emancipation movie, but I don't know.
Because he didn't think he was going to win for King Richard. That's why. That's why he did that Slave.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm still. I mean, it's people said that. Oh my God, they boycott him from the Oscars. He ain't hurting for the. He's got fucking Bad Boys 4 and I Am Legend 2 coming out. Like Will
Which I
Smith
don't
can
agree
bank off a sequel.
about I Am Legend too. Like I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm with
That
it.
was a perfect movie. Why fuck with it with a sequel?
You know why I'm with it? Because this could possibly be. I've said this plenty of times. I feel like this has the potential to be one of the best post-apocalyptic movies ever. I've never seen Michael B. Jordan and Will Smith on screen together, and it could work one of two ways. It could work like a surrogate father-son relationship.
Yeah, but
It
his
could
kid
work like
died
a
when a
surrogate brother.
helicopter crash. So who's he gonna play?
No, that's No, I'm saying surrogate,
Oh,
like
okay.
they come across each other and they form a bond where it's like he's either gonna look at him like a son or he's gonna look at him like a brother or some shit. I feel like that's another, mark my words too, bro. That's another trend that's gonna pick up. We're picking up after the alternate ending, not the theatrical ending. Watch, everybody's gonna start doing this shit, especially if I Am Legend 2 makes bank. People are gonna be like, this is gonna catch on. Let's do a sequel to the alternate ending for Halloween Resurrection, and nobody's gonna want that shit.
No,
Ain't nobody gonna want that. Yeah,
that.
ain't
Anyone with
nobody gonna
that?
want that bullshit.
No way.
ain't
Uh-uh.
no,
Fuck
ain't
that.
nobody asking for that shit. Nobody asks for Rick Rosenthal. All right. Nope.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. My next one is actually one of my favorite movies. It's actually one of my favorite franchises that I don't tell anyone. It's Paddington.
Fast and
Paddington is
Furious. Oh, I was about
Peru.
to. Paddington's got another movie. I've never seen any
Paddington.
of them.
Really? Oh
I've
man,
never
you
seen
missed
any
out,
of
bro.
the. I heard that they're really good though. Like I kind of like. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like shrugged it off. I was like, this. I'm not the audience for this. But I've heard nothing. But like good reviews for the most part for Paddington, especially when it came out. Like I remember everybody was talking about that first one,
Paddington
and I heard that the
2,
sequel
bro,
was really good.
Paddington 2 is literally the T2 of sequels, bro. It's that fucking good. It's that good, bro. Like, it's T2
God
aliens and
damn!
Paddington 2. Like, that's how good that movie is.
Does Paddington kill people? Like, is he an assassin or
No,
some shit?
no, he's just a wholesome bear, dude, that loves marmalade.
Oh my god,
It's
Paddington!
awesome, dude. Bro,
I'm wondering,
like,
Should I put Paddington on my commentary list? Like, I'm
yes,
wondering.
yes, yes. And do Paddington 2 because you will fucking cry. You will fucking cry, dude. You will cry. Swear to
Not
God.
Paddington though.
Swear to God.
He must.
Swear to
Well,
God. You would fucking
I was
cry,
about to say
dude.
he must.
I was
Paddington must
fucking
get shot.
bawling at the end of Paddington 2, bro.
So he must get shot in a drive by or some shit while he's on his way to college in the movie
Bro,
or something.
have you ever seen that movie Bingo for back in the day?
Hell yeah, with the dog
It's
and
Bingo, bro. It's fucking
and
Bingo.
the dad played for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
I remember
It's
Bingo. He was a circus dog. I remember that
Paddington
shit.
is a modern day version of Bingo. Promise you.
Damn, he said bingo. People, R&Z Live, where we bring up the most epic childhood nostalgic movies ever. I have not seen Bingo since like they brought HBO 3 about. Like that's like when digital cable first start popping and they gave us HBO 3 and
Yup.
MTV 2. Yeah, I haven't. God damn, I'm gonna put Bingo on my list again. I'll do it. I'll do it later.
Yeah, that's gotta
Yeah,
go on the list.
yeah, man. Bingo. Paddington, man. Okay, I got it on the list now. I got a
Yeah,
must watch list. Like must.
I'm telling you, dude. Paddington 2, bro, is fucking fire. It is a fire movie.
Said Garfield movie with Pratt voicing the cat. He said, what did you guys think of the new Garfield movie? And he said Benji. I remember Benji. I remember the Benji the dog. Um, said Garfield. What you think of the Garfield trailer, bro? Did you see it?
Who the fuck asked for Garfield? Who the
Whoever
fuck
hated
asked
the
for Garfield?
whoever
I know
hated
I
the
didn't
Bill
ask for
Murray
Garfield.
version.
Man, I, I, I don't know, man. Like Chris Pratt voicing Mario. Okay, I can let that slide. But then I watched the trailer, and then I'm like, this is just Chris Pratt again. Like you're not doing anything different. You're doing the Seth Rogen thing. You're not fucking. You're not doing shit.
He might be getting comfortable. The Garfield trailer, like it's like I would watch it, but I want to makes me want to go back and watch the Bill Murray ones and see and Breckin Meyer and Jennifer Love Hewitt and see if those still hold up. I don't know because I don't remember them at all. But the new Garfield, like I would watch it. Like I was more like I kind of low key was more of a
Me
Heathcliff
too.
type of person.
Heathcliff was
Yeah,
man, dude.
it was something about like these motherfuckers were in the junkyard, like just down and dirty type of thing.
That's a
Like I was
Hellcat,
more of that.
dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
But I would give it a chance though. He said new trailer just came out for Garfield.
what? Yeah, I'm
I
looking
I,
at
I
the
would I would watch it though. I would watch the new Garfield.
yeah. So that's mine. One of my most anticipated is Paddington in Peru.
Okay. I didn't even know they were making a Paddington 3 though. Um So my next one is one that I almost didn't put this on the list, but I don't know if I've fully given up on this franchise just yet, man. My next one is Alien Romulus. And
I've given up on
putting
this.
I'm putting Alien Romulus on there, and I'm mad because I made this list obviously before today, but I just found out I think yesterday or the day before that they are not including Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I like Covenant, but I'm cool. Take all that confusing shit the fuck out and get back to the basics for the most part. But
Yeah,
I am holding out hope. I am holding out hope that I get what the fuck I've been asking for since I was a kid. I need these xenomorph hybrids. I need the fucking bat xenomorph. I need the rhino xenomorph. I know I'm probably not gonna get it. I'm keeping my everything crossed, but I need the gorilla xenomorph. I need the models from those toys
yeah.
back in the day. I need those in an alien movie. We haven't really gotten that since part 3. And we got that in a shitty movie because I remember the xenomorph came out of like an ox. And that's the reason it was like running around the way that it was, because it was like almost like a hybrid of that animal. And I like it's been too many alien movies for y'all to just keep giving us this. I mean, they gave us something different in Covenant, backbursters, mouth bursters, neomorphs and shit. That look like Taylor Swift. Like you gave us that shit. Like I need more xenomorphs. I do. And shout out to Taylor Swift, by the way. I'm just saying that thing. Dog, listen. I need to shut the fuck up. Apparently,
Holy fuck,
I,
bro. Them Swifties,
I
bro, are more powerful than the Bayhigh, bro. I'm just telling you.
are
You don't want to fuck
they
with them
really?
Swifties.
Oh,
Yeah, man, they're
yeah.
just as dangerous as the Beehive, bro. You don't want to fuck with them. Trust me.
I listen. It is what it is. Y'all listen. Don't come for me, people. I joke. Y'all know. Listen, y'all know what y'all tuning into. It's been a year and some
Yeah,
change.
for
Damn,
real. Hey,
it's been a year and some
wrong with your
change. It's almost
headphones?
2 years.
You're staticking up a little. So is that because of your headphones are loose, or what's going on?
Is it good?
You not?
Is it good now?
Yeah, keep staticking. Like, what's going on there? Because it wasn't going on until something happened.
Still the same.
Yeah, it's crackling. I don't know what's going on there. I thought it was me, but go ahead.
Is it good now?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
All right.
All right,
Um, I don't
there
even
you go.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying.
Okay, so
Um,
here
yeah, but that was Alien Romulus, man. I haven't given up. Have not given up hope on that. Not yet.
it's also
And I
Fetty
think Tim Oliphant on
Alvarez,
board.
so I do have a little hope. So
Hmm?
there's that.
Fetty Alvarez.
All right,
Fetty.
so my next one is Challengers. It's the new movie with Zendaya where she plays a tennis player and is in a love triangle with two other tennis players. She suffers a career-ending injury, and she falls on and she marries one of the tennis players. who whose rival is used to be his best friend, and
Oh,
it looks like to be like one of these great tennis sports movies. Like you don't really get good tennis sports movies, so
that's true.
I'm very curious to see
That is,
what they do with this movie.
yeah. I hadn't heard of this one, which is weird because I do try to follow Zendaya as much as I can because she is Zendaya can do no wrong on screen for me. Like I haven't watched Euphoria. I haven't watched the trailer for this one that you said, but I like Malcolm and Marie is like her by far the best performance I think she's given on screen. But she's fucking great, man. She's great in everything she's in. And yeah, you are right. You do not get a lot of like we get basketball movies, we get football movies, we even get hockey movies, but there is a shortage of tennis films.
Yeah, and tennis is a lot more challenging mentally. You know what I mean? Like when you watch like the Netflix series Breakpoint, where it follows players and shit like that, and they talk about that breaking point of like trying to succeed at the highest level. And these tennis players, man, fucking go through it mentally. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they tackle that, especially with Zendaya's character, where she used to be like the Serena in her arena, and now she's just now another housewife because of an injury.
Uh,
So it's going to be interesting to see how they tackle all that. So that one comes out this spring, sometime in April. So I'm
right.
definitely looking forward to seeing this movie.
Zendaya, yeah. And it looks like she really like trained for this shit. She's serving up. She's serving up like she plays this shit in real life. Yeah, Zendaya, she can do no wrong. Hold on.
Yeah, I think you should do a reaction to that trailer when you get a chance.
Challengers. When's this come out? Let me see.
April. It was supposed to come out last October, but because of the writer's strike and the actor's strike, they pushed it back to spring because none of the actors could promote it.
Course.
So they pushed it back to April, which actually helps because there's like a big tennis tournament going on in April. So that also, you know, coincides with tennis.
It's good marketing.
Yeah.
That's smart marketing. La 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 la.
What you got next?
And Zendaya, like,
What's your next one?
like if this trailer looks good enough, I can watch this. Zendaya was rumored to be in a remake of The Fly. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how everybody's gonna feel. I don't know if if that news came and went and it was just dead in the water, but yeah, they said that she was in talks to be in another remake of The Fly. And
She's playing the Gina Davis character, I'm assuming, or is she gonna be playing
no,
Fly? She
if
play the Fly?
somebody said on TikTok they were like it might be interesting to see her go from beauty to grotesque, and I said maybe. But you already know people are going to be like, "Oh my God, they went woke with the movie. It's a girl and she's colored. We can't have that colored girl playing Jeff Goldblum's role in there." People are going to lose their shit if they really go through with that movie. I mean,
That'd be interesting, though.
You could
That'd
call
be
it
interesting.
something else. You could call it something else.
Call it the Beaver.
So the next one on the list, people. It's fucking the next one on my list. Oh shit, I forgot to cross out Terrifier 3. The next one on my list is going to be, and I've got a lot of nostalgia with this first one. I've been a fan of this idea since the internet was popping and upcoming movies was a brand new site. Beetlejuice 2. And I don't know if that threw a lot of people off, but I feel like Tim Burton did not come back to this property for no reason at all. And while I did want different casting, I wanted Chloe Grace Moretz. I talked about who I would have as a cast for this. I wanted Chloe Grace Moretz because Tim Burton directed her in Dark Shadows, but having Jenna Ortega, like she's already worked with Jenna Ortega on Wednesday on the Wednesday series, but having Jenna Ortega on board, look,
Yeah,
man.
but we talked about this too earlier about the Drake thing, like oversaturation. I feel like this is part of that oversaturation for Jenna Ortega because she is fucking everywhere. She might need
She is.
to take a break after this.
She might. She might. Jenna Ortega, man. I just. She's such a perfect fucking fit to play Lydia Dietz's daughter, man. I don't know. That's another girl on screen who can do no wrong, whether it's TV or a movie. Michael Keaton. The whole thing was you can do it with anybody. You can do the movie with anybody, but if Michael Keaton doesn't come back, it's not going to work. I don't give a fuck who you put in that makeup.
Yeah.
So Michael Keaton coming back. Michael Keaton is having he's having a small little run where he's coming back for these classic properties and playing these characters again. And Beetlejuice is one of those movies where you can tell more of the story, but don't I don't want them to do that Dumb and Dumber and I don't Dumb and Dumber 2 where we're just going to tell the same jokes and have the same monsters pop. I don't want them to do that. I feel like the only people that aren't coming back for this, Alec Baldwin's in a shit ton of trouble all over again.
Mm-hmm. Jeffrey Jones definitely coming back for this.
Jeffrey Jones ain't coming back because he's been touching little boys, so he ain't coming back for this shit. Glenn Shadix passed away, who played Otho. He passed away years ago, so he's not coming back for it. But I just feel like Beetlejuice 2 could be, and plus I want to see Tim Burton get back to Tim Burton. I feel like there's a lot of movies he's done in his later years that just don't feel like a Tim Burton movie, and it's good to do different shit. But I feel like Dumbo, Big Fish, they don't feel like Tim Burton movies. I don't know how long ago exactly Big Fish was, but I want that Tim Burton.
2007, 2008. I was
Let's see.
I was at the boardwalk when that movie came out, so yeah, I think I'm around there. 2003. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of his recent shit has. I mean, Dark Shadows felt like a Tim Burton movie. It felt just like a Tim Burton movie, just a little more CG than I'm used to for him. But I want to get back to this dark gothic horror humor balance, and I want to see what Beetlejuice is going to do. I'm not a big Willem Dafoe fan, but Willem Dafoe being a headliner here with as far as new cast member goes, I'm down for that. Catherine O'Hara, I want her to be her resurgence.
She's having a nice resurgence.
I want her to be her character from what's the movie Orange County? I want her to be her character from Orange County. I want her to be so fucked up from what she saw in that first movie. I want her to be so fucked up from what she saw in that first movie to just be like, I'm just sauced throughout the whole thing.
You know what they should do with her? Like, because like she became like a big sculpt. Because at the end she sculpted the Beetlejuice snake.
Yeah.
What you should do is make her this fucking, like, this big-ass artist with a huge inflated ego and thinks so highly of herself. That's what you should do with her.
They could do that, too. And I feel like Catherine O'Hara still got it, man. Like, you just saw her, she, not in the show or anything, but she was at Macaulay Culkin's award ceremony.
Yeah.
And she's still around. She's still in her right mind and all of that shit. So it'll be good to see. Like I'm just ready. I'm ready to see. But I think they hinted at the fact that we might not see a lot of the returning characters a whole lot. But and Winona Ryder. Like I want to see the interaction with her and Jenna Ortega as mother and daughter. I think that's going to be dope to see. So yeah, Beetlejuice.
You know what?
I got my fingers crossed.
You know what would be funny? If they literally fucking just do the cartoon.
If they do the who?
The cartoon. You ever seen the Beetlejuice cartoon?
Oh yeah, yo.
If they
do that,
remake, if they just like do a live action movie of the cartoon pilot, because that's basically kind of what they're hinting at here.
If they do that and they don't put the monster across the street in this movie, I'm going to be very upset. you know they got to put the monster across the street in there. That was my guy. I don't know I don't know. Was he like non-binary? Didn't he have like I don't know what his whole deal was, but I need I need that. I need that. I need to see that in that movie. I don't know why the fuck I just called the monster across the street binary. I think I'm getting him confused with the I Real Monsters character who had high heels and shit
Yeah.
on. Because the monster across the street wore cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, right?
Yes, he was the Western dude. He was the Western dude. He was the cowboy.
Okay. Yeah, I got my cartoon characters mixed up, people. So please don't come for me and be like, he said something about. No, I thought he was the guy. I got his whole get up
Yeah,
mixed up with the dude.
you're talking about the bull, right? The bull?
I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I feel like I have dug
Bully the
myself
Crud.
into a hole.
Bully the Crud.
Which was? Are we talking about Beetlejuice?
Yeah, the cartoon.
What was
or
his
are you
name?
talking about the It dude? The
I
dude that
don't.
looks like a fucking
I
that looks
thought.
like Cousin It with that looked like the oh my god, that looked like Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah,
That
that's the monster across the street.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My girl just said, "You better watch those pronouns." Yeah, I know. And people, y'all know I didn't mean nothing, but I thought that I got the monster across the street, so there's
He's
no
all
confusion.
he's all listening, he's like, hey now.
Yeah. Listen, I got the monster across the street's outfit mixed up with the guy from I Real Monsters. These motherfuckers know I don't be trying to. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Alright, so that's your next one. That's the Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah.
That's it.
That
That's
was
not on my
mine.
list. I have to wait and see. I have a wait and see attitude for that movie. Tim Burton has not delivered lately,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
Plus, I gotta finish
Um,
watching Wednesday, so I don't even know how that show is going to pan out. I did see like the first 2 episodes is good, but I don't know how the rest are going to go.
but he doesn't
I'm hoping.
direct. I think he only directs like the first episode. So, and he's just a showrunner, so it's not really him. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Yeah. My next one is a biker movie called The Bike Riders, starring my man Tom Hardy and Elvis himself, Austin Butler, where they
What's it called?
it's called The Bike Riders, and this is about a biker gang in Chicago in the 1960s, and it chronicles their humble beginnings to the rise of one of the number one notorious outlaw biker gangs in history. I guess the way they're trying to pit them is like they're the Hells Angels of the Midwest. And this is all told from a perspective of a biker's wife, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play that out. Tom Hardy is honestly one of my favorite actors, and I think him playing this boss dude, yeah.
Wait, hold. Of course, Norman Reedus is in it.
Right.
Why wouldn't he be? Yeah, why wouldn't he
Right?
be? I thought that was fucking his name Happy Anderson. I thought that motherfucker was John Goodman for a second. Look at this dude Happy Anderson in the
John Goodman. Holy shit.
He is the guy though. He's the guy from Bad Boys for Life. The guy that was all coked up in the room that they were trying to like when Martin's like, I'm going to penetrate his soul with my heart or whatever he said. That's that dude. But that motherfucker looks like a doppelganger for fucking yo, he looks just like him. That's his brother.
Holy shit.
They need to talk to their daddy because they need to talk. They need to have a conversation with their daddy. That's John Goodman's brother.
This is actually on my most anticipated list because biker movies don't often get a whole. You don't really see movies focusing on a biker gang a whole lot, and the times you do, they're often like B movies. So it's nice to see that how this movie is going to tackle this kind of subject. So, and also I like Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy is a really good actor, so it's going to be interesting to see this movie this summer. Actually,
the only two off top I could think of that focus on biker gangs, and a lot of people either never saw them or they don't remember them, is Night Riders, the George A. Romero movie with Ed Harris, and Psychomania with Nicky Henson Like I think that was like a 60s or a 70s movie. And the only reason I saw that, that was like one of the first VHS tapes that was circulating like at my grandparents' house. And Psychomania was a weird fucking movie, man. It was like this, like kind of like this suicidal, supernatural biker gang or some shit like that. Like I don't know, man. It was all over the place. It was all over the
The
place.
only one that I can think of that's kind of close to this is a 1993 film starring Charlie fucking Sheen called Beyond the Law, where he plays a DEA agent and he goes undercover into a biker gang trying to bust them within itself. But then he himself has he's enjoying the life too much, so he does it. So he goes rogue.
Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, you wouldn't even recognize him, bro.
Ooh. I didn't see that part. You know how IMDb shows the trailer. I didn't see that part where the dude that plays Elvis, they like he gets into a bar fight. This shit looks kind of gritty.
Yeah. And then they burned the bar down.
This shit looks kind of gritty. Tom Hardy, he Tom Hardy, man.
Dude,
you know, it's going to come
you,
a time. It's going to come a time where the news is going to be announced that like Tom Hardy's such a good fucking actor. I swear, it's going to be news where they're going to be like, you know, Tom Hardy's been cast to play Barack Obama, and there's going to be a lot of people that are just like, sure, I'll go see him. He's just that fucking good. I'm telling you, man, this dude is a fucking chameleon, man. Like I'm telling you, how many people would question it? They're gonna be like, well, they could put him in practical effects and put him in, you know, like Tom Hardy is just.
You just shave his head, bro, and just give him a little bit of a salt and pepper look, and he's good to go.
Tom Hardy is amazing, man. I don't like. He is this generation's Gary Oldman. They do not make actors like Tom Hardy, man. He's a fucking unicorn. Mm-hmm. He's great. He's amazing. Damn, man, your list got all serious and gritty and grungy. I got my next shit on my list is all goofy. Like this shit is.
That's how we keep ourselves balanced, bro. Yeah. You know, I feel like I got to put you on these movies, man. So, like, you know, you have something to watch.
I feel like the next one on my list, I got to be like, yeah, man, this is Go to Hell Part 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the most hood fucking.
I got a Nick Frost movie on my list, so don't worry. My shit gonna get silly real quick right now.
All right. All right. If we're getting silly, if we're gonna get ridiculous here. My next one on my list is listen. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is on my list.
That was on mine.
Sonic 3. First of all, I went on a rant about the first one. I'm a Sonic guy. Everybody had NES. I had an NES at my grandmother's house, and had a Super Nintendo at my stepdad's house. I was a Sega Genesis guy. Give me all the Sonics. Give me Toe Jam and Earl. Give me Wolfchild. Give me Eternal Champ. All that shit. But Sonic, I was a Sonic fan, even over Super Mario Brothers. I'm not gonna lie. I think I gave up officially with Sonic Adventure 2 on Dreamcast. That's when they brought in Shadow and you skating down San Francisco on a skateboard and all or surfboard and all that shit. But the first movie,
did you see? I don't know if I think you did, but did you see who they wanted to cast or they're going to cast as Shadow?
Hayden Christensen,
yes.
Right?
Oh my!
I'm with it. Let's go, man. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Anakin Skywalker. Come on now.
I can't wait, dude. That's gonna be badass, dude. To me, that's
on, man. Yeah.
That just raises the bar for me. I'm like, dude, Idris Elba as Knuckles was a fucking fire casting choice. Yeah. But Hayden Christensen as Shadow? What?
Gives it an edge. It gives it the edge that we need in a third movie. Now, my thing is, I'm honestly, like, I thought the first one was going to be garbage. Trash. And the first one, I think I gave it like a 7.5. I was like, okay. They did it right. I don't like the human characters outside of Robotnik, but they did it right. The second one, I think me and you both said this. It is literally Sonic 2, the game.
Yes.
For all our fellow gamers out there that tune in with us, y'all know exactly what we're talking about. Y'all know Sky Chase with that plane, that was in there. Y'all know that final Eggman from Sonic 2 was in there.
Mhm.
Y'all know when you get all the Chaos Emeralds and you at Casino Night, you get 50 rings, you jump up when you got all the Chaos Emeralds, you turn into Super Sonic and all that other shit. We know. Like, that shit was a dream come true. They had a little bit of Aquatic Ruin in there from Sonic 2. They had a little bit of, what was it, Ice Cat from Sonic 3 in there. It's literally the first 3 Sonic games in one, and Sonic and Knuckles. And for all the gamers out there, y'all remember when y'all had Sonic and Knuckles, you pop the top open, you could put Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 on top of it, and you could play with, like, come on, man. Come on, man. I feel like I'm about to
Not
turn
many
into a
people
whole...
remember that shit, dude. Not many people remember
Bro,
that. Because it
listen,
was just like, it was like a game genie, bro. That's what it was. You just like,
yes. And now that we are introducing Shadow, I'm not saying I need this to turn into a horror movie, but I need it to get a little dark. I need Shadow to come in this bitch like Thanos and let motherfuckers know how real it's about to get. My thing is, I don't know, are we going to introduce Amy? Are we going to introduce Big the Cat? Are we going to introduce the Crocodile? How many characters? I'm cool if they just take all the human characters out of this shit and just
at
make the
this
whole
point,
thing, like, except for Robotnik. And I need fat Robotnik at this point. I need classic looking Robotnik in this movie. We've had Jim Carrey in there twice. He went bald at the end of the last one. He had the mustache. We need him to
Jim
gain
Carrey
weight.
said
Eat
he
some
retired,
mushrooms.
so that's what sucks. Jim Carrey said he retired, and I don't know if he'll come back.
He's he's coming back. I mean, you can listen. If you put him in the fat suit, you can kind of get. I'm not saying you can get whoever. Yeah, nah, because Jim Carrey he is Robotnik
Yeah,
now. He was that good in those movies, man.
he did say the only way he come back if the script is really, really good. So I don't know if he comes back and that script is really good. Maybe.
Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim Carrey. Like you talking about now. I'm not saying it's stupid or anything, but it's a Sonic. That's like me going into, I don't know. It's like me going into like one of the Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil movies. Like, yeah, man, I'm only on board for this if the script is top notch Coen Brothers filmmaking. Like, what? Oh, man. Gamer Harold said nobody likes the human characters. I don't like James Morrison. I don't like Tika Sumpter. I did like Natasha Rothwell a little bit, probably because I
Is that
like
the sister?
her. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Insecure, I liked her in Insecure, the TV show. Shamar Moore, I don't know what the fuck he was doing in that movie. I don't like him in anything. Don't like him. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, he was kind of like the knight in shining armor, but I like they gave him fake cornrows in that movie. That was fucking sin, a cardinal sin. But all the human characters, fuck them. Fuck them. Let's take all the characters into the zones. Let's stop being cheap. We 3 movies in. Let's spend some money on that CG. When Sonic and Knuckles are going after the Chaos Emerald, and that looks like Aquatic Ruin from Part 2,
Mhm.
give me that. Give me that. Like, that's it. I'm not asking for a lot. I ain't asking for a lot. Oh,
No, not me. I like the humans.
Gamer Harold says not me. Oh, he said he likes the human characters. That's cool. So I guess growing up watching Sonic X, playing Sonic the Hedgehog 06, Sonic Unleashed. So I'm used to the humans in the franchise now. I don't know, man. I just feel like the more that they go on, like I have not liked James Marsden since Death at a Funeral. So
Where you
the
just
only
popped all that Molly.
yeah, and he was the funniest part about that fucking movie. The hands down the funniest part of that movie. But it's
I
like
know
I'm not.
you have a cast like Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, Peter Dinklage, and James Marsden is the funniest in the fucking whole movie. What?
Funniest person in the whole movie, man. Peter Dinklage is a close second. And speaking of Peter Dinklage, I forgot to put a fucking movie on my list. I think that we talked about last time. I forgot to put it on my list. But whatever.
Oh, Toxic Avenger.
It could be an
Yeah,
honorable mention, I guess.
yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
Sonic 3 is on my list.
so this movie just came to my attention last night, and
Mhm.
it debuted at Sundance Film Festival over the weekend, and is hailed to be one of the craziest fucking movies and violent movies at the festival. Sundance movies don't really show genre movies all that often. This movie stars Nick Frost. Now, if you go and watch this teaser, it's called Crazy House. It is
Okay.
the teaser is filmed as if it was a TGIF promo. And You're like, what the fuck
like
is
like
going
the
on?
old
Yeah,
like the
like
old school where they had to line up the TV shows.
no, it's like it's if like they did the promo in Full House, and it says, "Oh, on this Friday on TGIF, Full House, Danny, this and that, getting into hijinks," and then at the end, they show you a glimpse of what's really happening, and it's Nick Frost holding a sawed-off shotgun, blowing some dude's head off. You're like,
What the
what
fuck?
what is this? Like they don't even show you like yeah, dude, the whole movie seems to be fucking wild, bro.
Oh, it's Crazy House with a
Yeah,
K.
crazy house with a K. That's how you know it's crazy.
What the fuck? Russian workers in Bernie's house? What? And is that Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah, I think she plays the wife.
Alicia Silverstone's a national treasure, man. Kevin Connolly, Greg Shapiro, Jacob Derwig, Jan Bijvoet. I thought that motherfucker was Peter Weller for a second over there. Yeah, these are Russian names for sure. Should I write this down to watch the teaser for it at some point? I feel
Yes.
like I
It's
should.
only
Feel like
like 60
I,
seconds. It's only 60 seconds long. You can do a reaction to it right now, dude, if you want. Because it's not even that
uh,
long.
why not? Why the hell not? We like to live dangerously.
Uh, Gamer Herald says, Mr. Johnny, visit for Bleeding Love and Masters of the Universe trailers, reaction videos drop. No, thank you, Harold. Appreciate that. Appreciate the plug.
Masters of the. It says okay, horror comedy.
Here,
Uh,
I'll watch it with you, dog. Let's go.
The Christians are celebrating Easter. And Bernie's got it all under control. Feed the rats, but a slippery situation makes him lose his grip. Oh my God!
oh, that's Lisa Silverstone right there.
And fix the mess he created. Oh man. Or is he going to lose his mind?
What the fuck?
Find out on the next Crazy House.
What the fuck was that?
Wait,
Hold
wait,
up.
wait for it.
I think it's over. Did I watch the right teaser?
Or is
I had to go back and pause this shit for a second because because Nick Frost is like it's these quick cuts of like it looks like a completely different
Yeah,
fucking movie.
yeah,
Somebody
like
got
all their action and shit like that. The living room blowing up, him covered in blood. Like,
somebody flipped over the fucking couch and the living room exploded. Like oh god, what the fuck
yeah,
is this?
yeah. This movie does not have a distributor yet, so I hope someone picks this movie up. Hopefully, someone not Shudder, but some not Netflix, because this movie needs to be seen in theater. Like Neon, A24. You guys want fucking big movies? Go get this movie. You know?
A24 man. A24 is home for a lot of twisted shit, especially if Ari Aster is on board.
No, fucking Ari Aster is supposed to actually originally direct Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage. He was actually supposed to originally direct that movie.
I don't want Ari Aster and Nicolas Cage to collaborate on anything, honestly. I feel like the world has enough weirdness and uncomfortable moments as is, man. I don't understand it. Um, no Ari Aster, Nicolas Cage. No.
But it wasn't supposed to be Nicolas Cage. It was supposed to be Ari Aster and Adam Sandler. That would have been fucking insane.
Adam Sandler's got this new weird movie coming out where he's
Spaceman.
like in space or
Yeah.
some shit. And there's a big ass spider that's voiced by Paul Dano. I'm like, Paul Dano, you could have just not CG'd him as a spider and just kept him as a regular person, and it would have been equally as scary. Like, Paul Dano, I do not trust him. I don't trust him in real life. Like, if we got Paul Dano on the show, like, I'd be terrified. I would be scared as fuck. I'd be scared as fuck.
I got one more. What else do you got?
All right, yeah. We could do one more. I got two, but I'm looking as to which one is the more worthy one. Okay, I already said my. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll do my last one, so we don't talk everybody's heads off. I'll make my last one. Fuck it. It's gonna be Saw 11. Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna tell you why.
crazy.
I'm gonna tell you why. It was between. It honestly was between Saw 11 and Kraven the Hunter, but I picked Saw 11 because I'm more attached to the property. Kraven the Hunter, I'm not gonna lie, the trailer looks fucking insane, but it's just taking too long to come out, and I always forget that it's coming. But Saw 11, where do we go? Like, we've pinned ourselves into a corner. You know, we're doing what a bunch of these other movies are about to. It's another trend that's about to pick up. This movie takes place in between this one and that one.
Yeah.
So this branch to get, and it's like,
But I feel
you
like
didn't have to do
if
that.
there's any franchise that lent itself to that fucking to that timeline, it's the Saw franchise, because there's a lot of in between times through that fucking franchise. Like, what the fuck, man?
And again, this is where I bring up the audacity. The audacity of y'all. You know, y'all didn't even try to make Shawnee Smith look any younger. There's no way that's Shawnee Smith before Saw 2. There's no fucking way. She looks 108 years old in the movie. They didn't even try. And I love Shawnee Smith a lot.
I appreciate that, though. I appreciate that, because the CGI, the de-aging would have fucking been so distracting, especially with the budget that they had. Like, that would have been just so distracting. It's like if you're watching Better Call Saul after Breaking Bad and seeing Jonathan Banks just be really fucking old.
Man, okay, so with Saw 10, I was pissed off because I'm like, y'all just can't make a fucking good movie. Y'all can't make a movie without Tobin Bell. Like, it's one of those problems I'm having with these franchises, bro. Like, they don't know how to step away from the OG characters. If you did a 2018 Halloween, cool, but Jamie Lee Curtis had her run, and I'm glad it's over. You know, I don't want to see Neve Campbell in another Scream movie, but if it has to happen, if there's no other option unless they reboot it, cool. Heather Langenkamp just talked about coming back for a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see her again. She had 3 fucking movies, 2 in which she was the main star. I don't want to see her again. If it ain't Lisa Zane or Lisa Wilcox, bring somebody back. Bring Mark Patton back. Like, and then here we are with the Tobin Bell shit. I think Spiral was perfectly fine without him. I'm glad that we didn't see him in it was probably a flashback sequence or something,
Spiral,
but he's not in the movie.
Jigsaw, both those movies operated very well without Tobin Bell. And
I didn't like
so much story and lore you could have touched on with those movies.
Yeah, I didn't like Jigsaw, but I do appreciate the fact that they tried to do a movie without him. It can happen. It's why I said, you know, I remember the last time we streamed, I said, people keep saying Danielle Harris is no Jamie Lee Curtis, so people aren't trying to see her come back. The fans will show up for her, bro. They will show up for her and make that movie something special, man. And they will put asses in seats. But, you know, because Spiral had tried something different, they were like, oh my God, killing Jigsaw was a mistake. We got to make this set between part 1 and part 2. But when I saw that trailer for Saw 10, I said, oh, this is the most personal Jigsaw go-round yet, because they done fucked with his, you know, with his lifeline and took his money. Oh yeah, this is the movie where I'm genuinely rooting for Jigsaw to kill these motherfuckers, because it's the worst malpractice you ever seen. And Saw 10 1 is not my favorite in the franchise, but it is one of the better sequels overall. And it takes you back to Jigsaw having a backstory that's pretty sympathetic. I don't like my movie monsters sympathetic, but it makes sense in his case. So I want to see what they gonna do. I want to see what they gonna do with with a sequel. Now they're hinting at the fact that the lady that got away is still alive. I don't know if she's important enough for me to want to follow her, but do we have to put Jigsaw back in here? I don't know, but if we're going to bring characters back, just put Hoffman back in the mix. You brought him in for for spoiler alert, people. Hoffman pops back up, and of course he does, because it's a fucking movie that takes place in between the first two. So yeah, Hoffman pops back up. But can we get Hoffman? Like, if you're going to bring characters back,
get Dr. Grant. Can we get Dr. Grant, please?
Bring him on board. Bring Dina Meyer back. Because she died in Saw 3, where the shit tore her rib cage. Bring Larique Bent back. Larique Bent, I did not really like Saw 4, but he's one of the few black characters that the franchise has that actually fucking survives, or did survive for the course of the movie. I think he dies at the end. But did he die? Maybe we can get a sequel that takes place in between Saw 4 and 5. Like, I don't know. But it's one of those franchises where there's so much. One thing I can say about the Saw franchise, as frustrating as it may get, this is a franchise that leaves no stone unturned. They tie up every loose end damn near. And I feel like any loose end they don't, there's still like 98% of the movie that they make sense for you. Yeah. If they got to recap everything at the end of the movie when that theme song kicks in, they do it. If they got to do it in the middle of the movie or in the beginning and do a previously on type of thing, like Scream, it is one of the most consistent franchises. So the fact that it's 11 entries in, like, this is around the time when, other franchises would go straight to DVD or straight to streaming. This shit is still getting released in the theater.
Child's Play,
Children of the Corn, all that
Halloween.
shit. Halloween. No, we didn't. Halloween is always theatrical. They always was in
even 4, 5, and 6.
Halloween 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, got released in the theater.
Okay. So I always thought they were, because they always felt like fucking direct video sequels. Yeah. They never felt theatrical.
They were about to take it straight to DVD after Halloween Resurrection, because they wanted him to go in space. They wanted him to go up against Pinhead. They wanted him to, it was a whole bunch of shit they wanted to do.
Which is such a weird fucking, like, versus. Like,
it's not fair. It's not a fair versus. I wouldn't even want to see that shit. Now one of the ideas when they said that, I think they said that somebody found the box inside of the wall in the Myers house. I was like, that's kind of fire, but it's still not a good matchup. It's not. You got one killer who is Shakespearean college professor with his shit, and then you got the other killer who just doesn't say anything. It's just stupid. Unless they would have made Michael a dog, brought him to hell and then sent him back to Haddonfield to do the dirty work. I don't know. But that's what they did in Freddy vs. Jason. It would have been a ripoff, so I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah, that'd have been a bad versus.
Yeah, but it was both Dimension Films, so that's why. That's the only reason they wanted to pair those motherfuckers together, because they were at the same company. But that was
fucking cash grab.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it was.
Okay. Yeah, my last one is Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. I'm not a fan. I mean, I shouldn't say this. Like, The Lighthouse is very an acquired taste, but I understand the Lovecraftian horror, the cosmic horror that went behind it. And I need to watch that movie again, because that fucking movie, there's a lot going on in that fucking movie. A lot.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it yet?
I have not seen The Lighthouse yet.
Do you like Lovecraft movies? Like Lovecraftian horror? Cosmic horror?
It's like, I mean, it falls into the same category as like Cronenberg shit, where I got to be in a mood to watch it.
Yeah,
I got to put myself in a certain mood to sit through it. I heard The Lighthouse is good though. I heard it's really well made, and I heard it's just those two actors in the movie for the most
Yeah,
part.
it's Willem Dafoe and
Robert Pattinson.
fuck, what's his Robert Pattinson? Yeah, and it's fucking crazy. It is a crazy fucking movie, and I'm very curious to see what he does with Nosferatu. Like that is one of like that original movie is creepy as fuck, and
Yes, it is.
seeing the set photos of Nosferatu that were released around Christmas time, I'm like, oh, yo, this looks fire. Also, another fun fact: Willem Dafoe, who played Max Schreck in Shadow the Vampire, is playing a Van Helsing type in Nosferatu.
And
So that's
Nosferatu.
also kind of interesting. That's also very
Uh,
interesting. I can't wait
Nicholas
to see
Holt
what
is
he
in this
does.
one, right?
What's that?
Nicholas Holt is in this one, right?
Yes.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, Bill Skarsgård, and Nicholas Holt, and Jesus. Whew. Heavyweights. You know these gonna be Shakespearean performances.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fucking crazy movie, bro.
How close to the original do you keep it? I saw the original, I think, 2 years ago. I did like a first time watch commentary. I fucking loved it, bro. It's silent film or not, I loved that original Nosferatu, man. I had a ball watching that fucking movie. I have not seen I think they remade it at some point. They remade it once before. I haven't seen it. I don't know how well, like, I don't know how you feel about what I'm about to say. How well you think this is going to stack up against The Last Voyage of the Demeter?
I think this should probably be a better movie, honestly. I think this is going to be like one of those. I'm not expecting this to be like some fucking straight up horror movie. I'm expecting this to be some kind of fizzle, like something that's really deep because
Yeah.
Robert Eggers doesn't do anything that's surface level like that. I think,
Like the set design, too. The set and the
yeah,
costume design look good on this shit. Oh, he did The Witch. I haven't seen any of his movies. The Lighthouse, The Witch, The Northman. These are all movies that people have told me to watch over the years.
Northman is a disappointment. Um, I haven't seen The Witch either. But yeah, no, I think this is going to be interesting. I don't know what the fuck he's going to do with this movie, honestly. I don't know if he's even going to follow the original movie. And if he
I wish they would drop the
does, like,
goddamn trailer. It seems like this shit got pushed back several times. Like I just want them to drop the trailer. Like I'm curious about it, but I'm just like, can it drop already?
well, I think they're still filming it.
Are they still
I think
filming
they're
this shit?
still filming it because of the actors strike. So none of
Oh,
the actors were
right.
filming it.
I don't know how I keep letting that shit slip my mind. Um, oh, it's coming out on Christmas. A vampire movie on
Yeah.
Christmas.
And originally, Jordan Peele's movie was actually supposed to be the second movie. We were going to actually have another Barbenheimer for Christmas, but Jordan Peele's movie got pushed back to next year because of the writer's strike. So I'm like, fuck.
Plus, even if I was Jordan Peele, I wouldn't want to go up. Whether this movie's good or bad, I wouldn't want to go up against Nosferatu.
I don't know, man.
I would.
Peele's been money. Jordan Peele's been money.
He, yeah. I, I don't know what he's doing with this next movie. I couldn't even put it on my list because Jordan Peele just keeps his shit under wraps. Damn, I can't even put it on the list because it's not a lot of news about it. But Jordan Peele is doing, I think he's producing a People Under the Stairs remake. Did you hear about that shit? And a lot of people are like, why would you remake a classic like that? I've always said this shit, and I've been saying this since like 2019 that Jordan Peele, if they ever remade it, I always wanted him to do it. He is the guy that I feel like could do it. I don't know what you can do to add to it, but it's still relevant. Like you watch The People Under the Stairs, it's a bit more relevant today than it was back then.
You know what he could do with it, or what I would have done with it? Rather, I probably would have said, well, this is what he would do, but this is probably what I would do with it. Is that you keep the same couple, right? and the adopted the kids that they have in the basement, they're still there, but they're all minorities. So what they do is they go around the neighborhoods that they own, the projects they own, and they abduct the kids, and then they keep them, and it's them that are in the basement, and their daughter is the one, and the daughter is one of the kids that actually, that was, one of their successors.
You already know people are going to be like, this movie's woke. We can't do this shit. This shit is woke. It's got minorities in it.
The movie would be racist as fuck. That's what the movie would be. You know what I mean?
Who do you cast as the parents though? I know who I said I would cast, and it's funny because we talked about one of the people that I want as the dad or the brother is somebody who was in a Robert Eggers movie. And funny enough, the woman is somebody who was in an Ari Aster movie. I think that was who I had as my fan cast. Was it? Yeah, it was. I had Tony. I would have Tony Collette and Alexander Skarsgård played a couple. And I think I said I would have who the fuck did I say I would have played Roach? I don't remember. I know I said I would have Keke Palmer play the sister role. I think I said I would have Alex Hibbert from The Chi play the lead role, but I think he's too old now. I think that motherfucker's at least like 17. But I feel like Alex Hibbert should do it because it'll definitely be an apology for what he gave us in Good Burger 2. And I like Alex Hibbert a lot. God damn, that was rough, man. Good Burger 2 was such a rough time to make it through. Rough time.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Like I'm looking this up because I actually don't want to cast like your typical actor because I want to cast someone that says something about what they're trying to say about classism and racism. And I always felt like the most interesting ways to tell that story is about a self-hating person. I always love that story. So what if you cast and this would be awesome. This actually would be fucking awesome. Oh my fucking god, this would be awesome. Liam Neeson as the dad.
Oh my god. That's a biopic. That's a biopic for when Liam Neeson had that meltdown.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Liam Neeson and Angela Bassett.
Ooh. Oh my god. That's
how fire would that be, bro? Oh
my god. That's have they ever been in a movie together?
No. Not that I've seen.
Ooh. That's like both of them unhinged.
Yeah.
Unhinged. Yes. I was about to say, would you cast Zendaya as the daughter? Zendaya's too old to even be in that movie.
No, I would cast a Latin actress, like because like my story would be like they're kidnapping these kids from these projects, from all the projects that they own within these urban areas, and so I would cast like a Latina actress. I don't know who though.
It would make it easier for them to want to tear those projects down too. If they're just snatching all the motherfucking kids out of them, that's easier way to get the people out of them. So that'd be fire. I don't know, Becky G.
Nah.
Becky G from Power Rangers. He said nah.
Nah.
Oh man, he shut that shit down immediately. He's like, nah, I didn't like Power Rangers.
I like Power Rangers. I thought it was a badass movie. But
oh man, what about the one that played the sister from Blue Beetle? She got on my motherfucking nerves in that movie. God, she got on my fucking nerves. Oh man, Liam Neeson and Angela Bassett.
I mean,
Christ almighty.
maybe the girl that was in the new Hunger's Games, Rachel Ziegler, Rachel something. She was in the new Hunger Games movie. Maybe her. She was also in the West Side Story remake.
All right, I'll look that up instead. Apparently, I spelled West Side. Rachel Zegler. Is this
Yeah.
the girl that's about to be in Snow White?
No, that movie got
I think it is.
canceled, bro. The movie got canceled. That movie got canceled. We're not seeing
Are you
that Snow White
serious?
movie no more.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. The movie got canceled. Oh, they're counting us
It's
down, bro.
in post production.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you want me to pick this back?